I was married to a man.
Hello, happy Saturday. Welcome to Ladies Night. It's your girl, Jazzy Jazz. I just want to thank y'all for stopping in. We are going to, yes, thank you for stopping in. We're going to have a wonderful night. We're going to have a, good conversation. I have the ladies here ready to join. We're just going to get into it. We're going to be talking about should men do more while dating? But thank you for tuning in, Biz Entertainment Network, for hosting the Ladies Night. Like, share, subscribe. We are here for you, the tribe. We're here almost, I believe, every day for you to tune in, become a member, join us. Let's go ahead and get into it. If y'all ladies could step on in so I can introduce y'all. Hi, Dee. This is the lovely Dee. Go ahead.
Hello. Hey, everybody. I'm Dee McCoy from Redefine the Podcast. What's up? Thanks for having me again.
Oh, thank you for joining. I'm so excited. You're awesome. I love your energy. And then Miss Trish, how are you?
I'm good. What's up with y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
Lovely, lovely. Thank you so very much. I had an exciting week. I feel like I was very accomplished with work. So that's always good when you don't feel like you're behind the 8 ball. So I had a lot done. I went to California and back. I was super busy. So I had to thank God the weather wasn't too bad on the way back to Vegas, because it had just we went out there. It wasn't raining. It was nice. And then the next morning it was like y'all was getting another storm. So I was glad I missed it. But
our weather was crazy.
Y'all don't know, but my dad has health issues, so it was nice to see him and my stepmom. So I had my week was very blessed. Super happy with my week. So I have no complaints. Very blessed. How about y'all? Did y'all have a good week?
Well, absolutely. I been studying for my real estate test. I take that on the 31st.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And then I started getting people to test my new product line, my body scrub, and everybody loves it. They want to buy it right now.
Okay, that's good.
Awesome. I didn't know. That's why I like you guys introducing yourself, because I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm doing a hair and skin line, all organic, natural.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Awesome. Good to hear. So positivity. What about you, Dee? How was your week?
It was good. It's busy as always. My daughter had a track meet today, and we were there from 7:30 until 4:00. And she did good though. She ran a 200 and got 4th place, and ran a 60 and got 2nd place. And she did the damn thing. So this week was normal, I'm in school.
My daughter, my 6-year-old, she plays basketball, and she just started track. This is her first year, and I don't know anything about track. Super transparent. Never ran track. I had friends that ran track, but I never went to see them. So I don't know what a track meet entailed. Well, I do now.
Yes.
I had a blanket. I was out there I looked like you could see this much of my face, because the wind out here is crazy.
Yep.
And she ran this week. She did hurdles, her first rip out there. She did 300 hurdles. That was the week before. And then this week she did 100, the 100-yard, and then she did the 200. She got first place on the 100-yard, and then 2nd on the 200.
Yes, that is so good.
She doesn't know how to run. She runs like this. Because it's her first time out there,
Right.
So we're oh, you gotta open your, I know that much. That's all I know, Hey, Karma. But it's exciting to see them out there. You're
I love it.
I
love it.
That's super exciting. I become a sports mom kind of, I'm in the group chat with the moms. I'm very, very different for me. But I'm enjoying it. It's I live vicariously through her, and she's doing good stuff. So I'm, on that positive vibe with her there.
Yes.
That wants to do it. is amazing to me because I know I didn't want to do that when I was her age. I wish, I just didn't want to. You know, I did. I told her she would inspire me all the time. Sorry, we're babysitting this little, what is it, French bulldog, and she's a little terrorist. Just so in the event anybody out there is looking to buy a French bulldog, you should know that they are terrorists.
But they are not good.
They're so cute. They're friendly, don't get me wrong, until they want to like attack you. And it's like, you're like not in a mean, they're not attacking you like in a mean way. They just get like surges of energy out of nowhere. You're like, what the heck is going on? And she's like, zoom, zoom, zoom. I was like, at first I was like, oh, I want a French bulldog so bad. I mean, I still do, but not right now. Yeah. But after babysitting her,
you're
like, oh my gosh.
I'm against getting a dog. I don't want nothing else I gotta feed. So
I heard that.
That's how I freaking feel.
What'd you say, Trish?
I said that's exactly how I feel. My son trying to get me to get another dog right now. I'm like, hell no.
Nothing else I gotta feed. Nope, I'm good.
That's like my ideal dog was like a French bulldog or like the brindle light brown dog, bulldog. I love bulldogs, and I don't have one, and so I got the opportunity to babysit. I'm like, yes, like bring her over. I want to love her, and I mean I love her until she gets crazy. I'm like, you need to go in your kennel. She flipped her kennel over. True story.
Yeah, you're just.
I'm like
babysitting a dog. I'm done with it. I'm not doing it.
I don't want to babysit nobody. I don't want to babysit the dog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, hell no. You should not have a dog if you can't keep it with you.
Right.
I hear it. Well, I was out of the kindness of our heart and me, like really thinking this dog is so cute. But now I'm like, okay, it's kind of like baby fever. When you get baby fever, you're like, until you get around a baby, and then you're like, yeah, here's your baby back.
Right.
You know, it was a nice idea. I'm okay now. Thank you for that. So no, I mean it was awesome. The girls loved having the puppy because she's a puppy, having her here, and so this week was super busy. Like I said, had babysitting, out of town, back, overnight trip. Like it was crazy.
You made it.
I made it. I'm here.
That's right.
Hi.
Yes. I know my birthday's coming up. I know as many of y'all, right? Thanks, Mr. Goodman.
When is it?
Heard Sabrina say we're Pisces season, so my birthday is on Friday, St. Patrick's Day. But I'm just not in the birthday mood right now. I don't know if it's me getting older. I'm just like in work mode. Like all I want to do is work.
I know that's right, but you still gotta do other things outside of work.
No, I know. Maybe it'll change. Like I'm gonna get my hair done on Thursday. I'm gonna get my nails done. So maybe that'll make me feel better to want to actually go do something after work on Friday. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. You gotta celebrate. You gotta do something because it's just like it's your birthday. Like how many people, you know what I'm saying? Like how many people didn't make it to the next birthday and you are here, you're healthy, you're doing well, you're thriving. And it's like you gotta honor that, and you gotta celebrate it.
You changed my mind, D. Okay, I'm gonna hit the town on Friday. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna be a hot girl on Friday. No, but
yes, the hell you are. Yes, the hell you are. We all gonna be hot girls. Well, I'm gonna be a hot girl tonight. So
yes, I love that for you. What are you doing tonight?
If y'all don't know, I'm newly single, so I'm gonna definitely be out there.
I didn't know.
No. How do you like being single?
How do I like being single? I don't know. Shit, I gotta get out there and see what it's. Well, I don't know if I'm looking forward to actually being out where men can talk to me, because these fellas is something else nowadays. But being single and not having to you know what I'm saying, do shit for nobody else, I'ma like that.
Yes.
But it'll be a different routine that you get for yourself, you know. I don't know. But no,
I'll be working. I'll be making a lot of extra money.
That part. Because your kids are out the house, right? So you got kids out the house, so you can just
focus. No, they all still in my house, but they grown. They big.
Okay. So you can focus 100% on yourself.
Yep.
That's awesome. I think
Pretty
that's-
much.
I think sometimes we need
Well,
that.
what are you going to do? Like when you think of dating, like, are you just dating or are you just trying to figure it out?
Dating.
Go
You
out?
really want the truth? Truth?
Yes, we want the truth.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna find me some D. You know,
Okay.
just a steady penis that I can get on whenever I need to. He not gonna bother me. He not gonna want too much. He ain't gonna be sharing it with everybody. And you know, every blue moon, if I want somebody to go somewhere with me like a dude, then I could take him because we cool enough to do that. But
I
I'm
love
not.
that.
I want no relationship. I want no man.
Yeah,
Not man.
I'm with that. I understand.
Hi, Gabby. Thank you so much for tuning in. I think if I were to if we like decided tomorrow, like not to be together, I would be the same way. I don't want a relationship. Like I wouldn't want to even go there.
But why do men get upset when you say that though? Like they think you're supposed to be done with them and then go find another person to do be committed to. Like that's ridiculous.
I don't know why they would think you would jump from one to another.
But I think that's because men do that, right? Like men.
No, hold on. That's not what I mean. They call it jumping from one to another because you just get somebody steady, you know, at some point that you won't sleep with. You know what I'm saying? And they be upset about that because they would respect you more if you went and you got you another man instead of, you know, to talk.
Instead of being, yeah.
Hmm.
I don't want nothing.
At that point, it's really none of their business.
Right.
It's not, but I got, you know, it's none of their business at all. You know, a sister gonna have needs. I mean, I'm 42 years old. I know how much I like to have sex. I had it every day with my husband. So, you know, I might not do it tomorrow, but it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. But it's gonna happen.
Exactly. So I'm telling you, I'm taking applications. Okay. If you want to know exactly what the requirements are,
let the single men know what the requirements are so they know whether to shoot their shot or not at all.
Okay, the requirement is don't ever need me for no money, for no cooking, no rubbing backs, no cleaning clothes. Okay, never need me for that. Every so often, if we go out, you can pay. I don't mind you paying, but every blue moon I'll go Dutch, but don't expect me to pay for you because I'm trying to get my shit up right now. And I would prefer you not get attached to me because I'm not gonna get attached to you. Answer my calls occasionally because I'm only gonna call you occasionally. And that's pretty much it. It's not much of a requirement. Just stay the fuck out of my way and be there when I need you to do what I need you to do.
So how many men do you think are really open to that? Like, would you mind him having other women?
She said
okay. Because they be lying. They act like they down with something like that, but they not. They want to sew you up on something real. They not cool with that.
Okay. Are you okay with the man having like multiple partners and yourself since you only need him for like a specific moment?
Multiple partners? No, I wouldn't say multiple. No, I wouldn't. No, that wouldn't be okay for me.
Okay.
But you know, maybe if he had him like a chick he actually really hung out with, you know what I'm saying? I don't expect him to be, you know, behind her back with me. We could be like, hey, what's up, girl? Yeah, I'm gonna use them to, you know, and so then that's it.
You kind of sound like you would be open to like a poly relationship.
A little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah. How long were you married?
12 years.
So it's more of like you're open to whatever may come. And you just don't want any big commitments. 12 years is a long time to be married. So
exactly. I don't want a commitment at all.
Okay.
I don't want to intertwine my life with another human being in that way.
Right.
I don't.
I think that's fair.
That is fair.
But I also don't want to be out in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I'm 43 years old. You just the only vagina I got for my whole entire life. So I'm not trying to put a bunch of numbers and miles on it. Just one good person, you know,
Yeah.
and that's it.
So that's what I always wondered about that. Like, does it matter about the partners or how many times you have sex? Because you could have 5 partners and have sex 5 times, or you can have 3 partners and have sex 300 times. What is worse? I thought about that the other day.
I think society, as for women, society has based it on the amount of numbers women have. Like, I don't think they care about how many times the act takes place, but I do think it matters fully on how many numbers there are.
Absolutely.
That makes the difference for women. For at least for women, I think that is the standard. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's my standard for myself, though. I don't, you know.
But like, have you ever thought of it that way? Like, I'm out here with this person, we doing it 10 times a day. Like, not realistically, not 10 times. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I done did it, flipped it around every situation with this one person. This other person was like a quick 2 minutes, because that sometimes happens.
Mm-hmm.
And does it, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does each have a standard, but it's just because you're saying, oh, I was with 2 versus that one, you could have did it like, I don't know.
Right.
Well, because we have a hole. Okay, this is the thing. We have a hole and they dump things inside of that hole. Okay? So it's like when your trash can gets full, you can't put more trash in it. It starts overflowing. It's a bit disgusting. And that's how I look at our vagina. Like, every time we let a man see, it's different when a woman has sex than when a man has sex. Every time we have sex with a man, we're taking all of that on. All of his frustration, his everything, his energy, everything. He's dropping that inside of us so that he can go back out for the rest of his time and be calm. So it's like, I don't know, you just, you know, you don't want to wear shoes that everybody in the world then wore, and that's kind of what a vagina is, you know. It's like underwear, or you know what I'm saying. You just, I don't know. You don't want a bunch of stuff in that.
I get it, but I don't 100% agree. Just because I'm looking at it from a different perspective,
which
like,
is,
you know what I'm saying. Like, if you're not, because not all. I mean, and I don't know if this is just experience, but not every man has the biggest penis in the world to where it's fulfilling everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I use protection, so he's not necessarily, like years ago, dumping everything into me.
Right.
That, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm out here having unprotected sex and that person's leaving you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But I don't know. I look at it a little different. Like, I don't think, you know, if you've been with 100 people in a month, that's excessive. If you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to protect your shit. You shouldn't be giving it to everybody. At the same time, are you really that bad of a person because you were with someone, they weren't compatible with you, you moved on?
I don't think you're a bad person. No, I think you should be able to switch to whatever you want to switch to. That's up to you as an individual. Like, if it's too much for you, then it's too much. But what everybody else thinks, like, get the hell out of here. If you want to have sex with multiple partners, then go ahead and do it. The only time it becomes a problem to me is when you nasty with it and you're not protecting yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think for sex, I think it's I'm very. I feel a certain way about it. I do feel like it's an exchange of energy. I do feel like it is an exchange of energy. I feel like it is exchange of, like, you're taking on a lot. You know, that's like a spirit. You know what I'm saying? Soul ties. That's what I was trying to think of. Soul ties, and that's scripture based. And so I don't feel like everybody deserves your body. I don't feel like everybody deserves to share such an intimate space. And Yeah.
I
That's just something I struggle with as a whole, as far as like, you know.
I think when I was younger, I did so like okay, so I've talked about this and people have said I'm a liar, whatever the case may be, right? When I was younger, I didn't have attachments to people that I had sex with. Like I just didn't. And that could have been me. I'm the one in, one out of 1,080 or
Right.
a billion people that don't have that, because they say when women have sex with someone, you naturally get tied to someone. It just wasn't there for me. It wasn't like, I was like, okay, like it wasn't like I'm blowing this person up. We got to be together. We got to live a life. Like, I just was like, I want to have sex. Now, it could have been my situation. It could have been a lot of different things that I was doing at that time. Like I wasn't in a normal space. I wasn't in like your typical dating scene. I had been getting out of a marriage at 21, and for 21, 22 we were getting divorced. So I was like in a very different headspace. I was like, F men, they're all losers, they're all liars, so I treated as such.
Right.
Now as I'm older, in hindsight, I wasn't correct in the decisions I was making, but I wasn't leaving myself open to be connected with someone. So that's where I think a lot of times people are like, oh, you're having sex with people and you're having these soul ties. Are you really open to be having these soul ties with people? Like, are you really giving yourself, you know what I'm like? I don't know. I like I said.
Well, I understand that because ain't nobody getting no soul tie from me. Like, I can definitely be the type of woman that can be in a relationship and connect, but I also cannot connect.
Right.
And just be like, that's not gonna happen. And stick to that shit. Yeah, I get that.
So, but as I got older, should I made a lot of decisions? No, I really should. I didn't have a person like a positive influence at that time saying, no. I had a very bad influence, like, let's party, let's, fuck up, and let's live life, which it is what it is. I'm lucky. I never, I ended up alive because there's a lot of times I shouldn't have probably been alive. I put myself in a lot of situations where I could have been hurt. I could have been a lot of different things. And by the grace of God, I wasn't, And so I feel like now in hindsight, I tell my daughters, you can't just give yourself to everybody. Not everybody is deserving of you. And nobody ever told me that. It was like, make sure you protect yourself so you don't get pregnant. That was the conversation I had as a young woman. Make sure he's wearing protection so you don't get pregnant. It wasn't that you're a special person. You're a special person. You shouldn't be sharing yourself with everybody or the next man or whatever. They have to be deserving of you. I never had that conversation. And, I make sure I have that conversation with my girls. Like they need to deserve you. You deserve better than just to give yourself to anybody, So
no, I believe in soul ties and that they are really real. But listen, there are different type of soul ties. Everyone is not, oh, I'm in love with you. You can be, you can have a soul tie with somebody that's your best friend.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you can actually be with a guy, and I'm saying this to say that I believe in the connection and how you become intertwined in some type of way with anyone you have sex with. I believe in that. That's the only reason why I won't just run around having sex with all kind of people.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, Tone says, hey, long time no see, stranger.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Hilt. And then I know they're talking in the comments. I'm not sure if it's really what we're talking about, but that's okay. That's okay. Well, I know we've unleashed a lot, and we will definitely hit all of those points along the way. But let's get into our first video. Let's go ahead and see what we were talking about, or what we are going to be talking about.
So I want to talk about something that's been really, really annoying me lately.
Oh.
So I want to talk about something that's been really, really annoying me lately. This is going to be Icks About Men, but single mom version. So something that's been getting under my skin is men not understanding what it means to be a single mom. So as a single mom, a single working mom, I have my plate full to the maximum, right? I don't have free time. The time that I do have free, I just want to relax. So one, I get it. I'm single. Yes. Do I want to date? Sure. If I meet the right person, right? But if you invite me out for a dinner, or drinks, especially during the weeknight, come on. You know I have things to do. I'm sure you have things to do the next day. I have a child to take care of. I can't just go out late at night just whenever, right? So you have to take that into consideration. So if you're really going to invite me out, one, make it worth my time. And what do I mean by make it worth my time? Just don't invite me out to dinner and drink.
So there's more to that, but because I think it was like 3 videos. But okay, as a grown woman dating in general, single mom or not, whatever you got going on in your life is your business. You don't make it your date's business to make sure, like, in general, you would want to go on a fun date, like just in general, right? You want to do something you both are going to enjoy. So I think that should not be even stated. That should be discussed prior to, like, hey, you want to go fucking rock climbing in the rock climbing place and then go to dinner, you know, whatever the case may be. Like, you're just going for drinks, you're going for drinks. Whatever your obligations and responsibilities are no business of a man that wants to date you because he thinks you're interesting. Is that just me?
No, that's not just you.
Okay.
Not at all.
I'm just wondering, because that was never, I don't know.
I don't know. I think the whole video was kind of like, I think, what did she say? She said that she doesn't have a lot of time as a single mother.
Which I get. Totally understand.
That I agree with. Like, that I agree with. But I also think there's like a mutual understanding. Like, if we're dating, like, I want to share space with you. And so we're going to do whatever has to be done. But I think, like, if we watch the rest of the videos,
I don't agree with the rest of the
Yeah.
videos.
She didn't seem like she wanted to go on a damn date. Look, she just
Dinner and
seemed like
drinks. Get creative. Invite me out for an activity. Do something different. Do something that's going to be worth my time and effort. I am taking time out of my evening to meet with you, to go and enjoy your company, you know, to see how things work, if we're compatible. I'm making an effort, so I expect you to make an effort. So don't just assume that I'm going to be able to drop off my child somewhere, because most likely I'm not. So unless you're offering to pay for the babysitter, I'm not going on that date. Also, offer to pay for the babysitter. That's going to make me more receptive to want to go and spend my time with you. And another thing, do not just assume that you can invite me and my daughter out. No, I do not introduce my daughter to guys. That's a no-no. So there's that. And also, don't just assume that you're going to invite me out for drinks and I'm going to show up. What makes you think that I'm going to put my safety in jeopardy?
So
she crazy.
When we're making these videos, I don't know if he's gonna want to date her.
She's upsetting me. Okay. So you're gonna pay for my goddamn babysitter, but don't ever invite my child out. First of all, why don't you already have your own babysitter? That, like, where's the baby daddy? Where's the grandma?
Why are you dating if you don't have this stuff in line? Like, why are you even putting yourself out there to go on a date?
Excuse me? On a first date, does he have to pay for your babysitter? You're never gonna fucking date. Never. You're by yourself. Just let that go, ma'am.
I don't think that it is even appropriate to ask for him to pay for your babysitter. Like, I don't even think it's appropriate. I think that is
crazy.
I think that's crazy. But I agree with her not introducing him to the kids. Like, I'm single and I'm not introducing anybody to my daughter. It just is what it is. For so many reasons, I am not going to they just don't need to meet my daughter.
Right.
Period. Like if you, I don't know you.
But can I ask you a question? But if you guys are at the point where he's paying for the babysitter, can he then meet her?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't even let him pay for the babysitter because I feel like this is just my, my thing. Like this is my
That's so fucking weird. Yeah, it's weird.
So many different emotions with this video. I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah, she got a problem.
Well, then she said something about like, don't invite me to drinks during the week because I'm not going to put myself at risk. But she said during the week as if, okay, well, on the weekends, I don't mind drinking and driving. It's kind of contradictory. Like, what are you saying?
She would.
I didn't play it. Like, she said
by
something
drinking
about
and driving. So unless you're gonna offer to pick me up and drop me off or Uber me there and back, it's a no on the drinks during the week. So moral of the story is, come on guys, if she's a single mom, she already has a lot on her plate. So don't add to her plate. Don't make her life more stressful. Don't make her plan out the date that you want to take her on. Like, that's not gonna happen. So all I'm gonna say is do better. And to everyone asking me out on freaking dates lately, literally, if the shoe fits, then
boo-hoo. Okay, look. To everybody asking me out on a date, like, lady, get a grip of your reality. Like, clearly the people that are asking you out are not worth it. And there's so many. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, bye. Is she on OnlyFans?
If anybody is taking her out, I don't even know how they getting her out with all of that goddamn complication. She not leaving her house.
It sounds like it's almost an excuse though, right? Like I'm so busy. You make time for what you want to make time for.
That part.
You make time for what you want to make time for. If it's a time issue, you have a calendar, you're going to schedule your time. If it's a babysitter issue, you are going to schedule the time. Period.
She's
like,
just crazy.
And it is kind of him to say, "Hey, I'll pay for your Uber." That's a kind gesture, but it should not be at all the standard of like, if I go out with you, you got to pay for my Uber back and forth.
So it's like this. If you Uber yourself to a bar, yourself to a bar, and you're expecting like whatever dude you meet to Uber you the fuck home, like you got yourself there. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. I don't know. I think that just depends on the type of date we going on. Cause on some dates you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Like some dates, if you ain't got a car and I may date you and you don't have a car, and it's one of them dates, you may be paying for my Uber back and forth. But if I got myself there, then I am expecting to get my ass back home.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The Uber thing, I'm like, it's kind though. It's a kind thing for him to do. And if he does that from the very beginning, that is very nice of him. But I don't think by any means necessary is it like an obligation. And I mean, but everybody has a different standard, right? Like everyone has a different standard when they're dating. And that is just not a standard. I'd much rather the person.
I tell you what, you're not gonna Uber me no fucking where. I bet you better come pick me the fuck up.
Look,
that's
my standard. I have a light bill. If you want to date me, you have to pay my light bill, and then we can go on a date.
Yeah, like I have a light bill, and for me to put my makeup on, I need my light, so you got to pay the bill. That's
ridiculous. But I'm gonna try it because where are the men that's doing that? Because I'm gonna see.
But somebody is doing it.
Yeah,
she's saying that, and somebody is doing
to
it.
That and was like, "Oh, I really need to be doing that for them." Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't subscribe to that. No, I do like the idea of a man planning a nice date. My daughter's father, when we started dating, he planned so many dates where I was like, oh, if I said it, I had never experienced it. It became a date later on. It was one of the most thoughtful things that I've experienced. I like that. I like the idea of like planning a good date and it being thoughtful. But but sometimes as a single mom, I do just want to go out for drinks and sit down with another adult, eat and
adult
talk.
time. Yes, like just decompress, enjoy another adult conversation. You don't have to talk about kids. You don't have to talk about whatever's going on. You can just enjoy life in that moment. Totally understand. Totally.
What is wrong with going out and having a drink?
I like drinks.
I'll be thirsty.
Facts.
I'll be thirsty.
Facts.
Everybody's thirsty.
Right.
Right. Who don't get thirsty?
Extra.
So is she at the restaurant for dinner and no drinks?
Yeah, I thought she was ridiculous. I thought it was ridiculous.
Bitter. She's bitter about dating bad men. That's because she doesn't have a standard on what she wants, and she's just dating the fuck whoever. That's the problem.
Or devil's advocate, she's creating the standard by saying by saying the things that she's saying. She's now creating the standard of man that she wants. And a man will say, fuck, no, I'm not giving you any of that shit. And another man will say, well, I mean, she's worth it and will provide it. Right. You know, she's creating the standard. Somebody will rise to it, or she'll have to readjust, but somebody will rise to that shit.
Mr. Good, you right. She will be single forever. The comment down there. This chick will be single forever.
This is what I think. She's going to get a man, like you said. There will be a man out there that will do what she's requiring, but it probably won't be the man that she wants. It'll be just a man that sees this video and is like, okay, this is what she wants out of, our dating. But what is he going to expect? I'm meeting all your expectations. What do I get?
What do I get in return? And that is the thing. If someone is paying for your child's babysitter, they're paying for your meal, they're creating the date and the activity, they're Ubering you there and back home. This man is no longer just expecting a nice night out with you or a nice afternoon out with you. There's a possibility that this man may want something because, bitch, I just took care of my whole thing. Like, we family now. I done got the babysitter. I'm the daddy. Like,
hello.
There's a different expectation at that point.
But that's why I said, if you have responsibilities that you're to handle, you and your child's father should be handling, because if you're out dating, your child should be the father should be watching. If not, then you put the child in a babysitter. Like, I just don't understand how that became the date's responsibility to make sure you can go somewhere. Like, unless, like, this sounds like I don't want to do shit, so you better make it all happen for me, so I'll show the fuck up.
And
you know what I mean? Like,
it sounds like her baby daddy not present, and she's looking for a baby daddy that she don't have to keep.
Really? You think that?
That could be it.
Yeah, she wants the babysitter paid for. She wants this. She wants that. She had a lot of expectation, rules, regulations. Like if she was already married to him or something.
I'll be right back, y'all. I'm so sorry. 1 second.
No worries. It says, one of the comments says, if I don't think I'll meet your kids, I'm not paying for nothing. Because then it just becomes like a friendly date, right? Like then it just becomes, we're hanging out, we're friends or whatever. Like there's no expectation of us needing anything else. So that actually does make sense too. I don't know. I just would not ask anybody to pay for my daughter's babysitter.
Yeah, no, that's extremely weird. Like, we can agree on that. That is very strange.
Yeah.
I would never even think about something like that. My babysitter? Like, I wouldn't even ask the dude, like, so let me ask, does she want him to buy the kid dinner too? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, have you seen those things on social media where people are like, well, if like they want to bring their kids food home, like buy their kid a meal while they're out to bring their food home, and have the man that's on the date with them pay for it. That's crazy.
No, that's out of control.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that either.
No, I would not do that. That's not, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So we're out on a date and I'm like, oh, let me get a whole nother order of food to go for my kids at home.
Yeah. I've been seeing that on social
How
media.
the fuck do you get how do you get a man like that? Like,
Hey, Nyla. Sorry. Nyla, say hi.
hi.
I don't know. Who would expect someone to get their kid food? Unless you're like on the way home, it's like, oh, hey, let me stop for my kid. I want to get him something before I get home. But that would be on you, not on like, oh, can we stop so you can buy my kid some food? Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you need to stop and get your kid food when you're
While
on
you're
a
on a
date?
date.
Did you
Come
not
on.
plan for all of that before you went?
And
Yeah,
that's a sign, and that's a sign of poor planning on her end. Like if I have to stop, like, girl, you didn't feed the baby before you went. You didn't make provision before you went for the baby.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're already out. You're already out.
She's a bad mother.
A lot of people.
That's it. You're a bad mom.
A lot of people on her.
You don't have a babysitter. You're expecting someone to buy food. You're expecting someone to pay for your car ride.
Okay, so then what would be the expectation of, maybe not of like a single dating mother, but like what is the expectation in dating I guess a mother, or like what would be your top 3 things? Both of you. I know you're married, Kathy, but like your top 3 things. If you're dating someone, what would be your
like out of the person, or what we should be doing while dating?
It doesn't matter. You can mix them. You can mix and match them.
I have an answer for both. Okay, so out of the person, I would want them to be like funny. Like, okay. Like as far as like look wise, they have to be taller than me. Just in general, that's one. Okay. Like physical wise, they have to be taller than me. They have to have straight teeth.
Okay.
That's it. And like their eyes straight. I can't do like different eyes. So that's one. Like hair I can work with, and like a clear skin. I mean, I've always been pretty lucky when it comes to like dating, like guys that are pretty decent looking. Okay. I haven't really had a bad skin. So I've been really pretty lucky. But teeth are super important. Like if you have a nice smile, I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm like, okay, hi, how are you? Because I feel like if you're taller than me, what am I seeing? Your teeth. Just saying. So that's one. As far as like personality goes, like I want someone to be funny. Like I want to be able to laugh. Like I would definitely date, me personally, just like a class clown. My hubby, he's super funny, like super outgoing, super funny. That is something that's like a must. I don't do well with people, like I've said this before, that are like, whatever you want to do, whatever you I don't do well in those types of situations. I like someone to like take charge, not necessarily plan everything, but take charge. Like, hey, you want to give me options? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely, someone that's funny is a big one for me. That can, and outgoing, funny, outgoing, and nice to look at would be like the extra cherry on top.
Okay. And Trish, what about you? What would be your like top 3? She had all those things in the video. He has to do this, or he has to do that. What would be your has to do things?
Well, of course he's got to be respectable. Mature enough to like, if we do drink, not it be like, oh my God, he like fucked up, he drunk. Like, don't do that with me. I don't like that. Like if you drink, still be who you are when you wasn't drinking.
Very important.
I need a strong man. You know what I'm saying? Like, assertive, that can take control, but not try to like over dominate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the most part, just let me be me, enjoy me, and just be a nice, calm, cool dude. Like I really don't, because I'm not trying to get with anybody. So I can't. So I don't have a lot of expectations, because I'm not trying to sew you up and keep you forever. I just need for tonight you to act right, You
can go act crazy on your own time.
Yeah, we could just have a good time, nice, chill. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want him to always want to be all up on me, like sex, and I don't got time for that. If we do it, we do it. But don't be like, you can touch my butt, like I'm okay with that, but don't be like, over. I'm not with too much PDA. I don't like that.
I've never been like that either. I think I don't know if it's something that I got like with my childhood, but if you give me too much PDA, I'm like, that's a red flag. We're not gonna
I like a little closeness. Like I want you to rub my back, hold my hand sometimes. Like I don't want to, like, we're not gonna be kissing and stuff, but I like a little kiss on the forehead. I like those things. I like the closeness and like the closeness of each other. It doesn't have to be over the top, but I do like a little bit of PDA.
I mean, like a hand touch
is fine.
Like a touch on my back. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that gives you like the ooh,
Yeah.
But I'm not a big, like, there are some people that are super PDA, right? Like you got to constantly be touching them because that's the type of person they are. I wouldn't do well in that.
No, I don't.
Like, I don't like that. You got your hand in my back pocket the whole time I'm walking. Like, damn, don't do that.
I don't want
you
that.
You can give me a friendly little tap on the butt because you like the way it looked when I walk past you, but that's it. Don't go too far.
I think I like the idea of I would be I guess I gotta think about it. I don't want a person. I want someone that is private but not secretive. That's a big thing. I respect the being private, but I don't want it to be secretive. I want someone that's kind. I say it all the time. I think I said the last show. You gotta be nice. Like I don't want you to be a pushover, but I want you to be kind even when you're upset. There's a certain way you deal with things that's important to me. And that's a character thing. If you're upset and you're like, out, not gonna work for me. And then easy on the eyes. I'm not like, I have my things that I really like and I have my things that I'm like hard nosed, but that would be my 3. I'm more big. I think now at 33, I'm big on like the character of a person.
Okay.
The character of the person means everything.
Yeah.
I was definitely gonna say, right when you started talking earlier, I was gonna say, that attitude, like getting too irate or upset when you with me, I can't deal with that. Now, however, if it happens, I'm not gonna just be automatically turned off. It's how you respond to me telling you to calm down is gonna be my deciding factor. Because you may be in a situation where it is kind of called for him to, like, maybe he's coming to your defense. Somebody disrespected you or did, you know what I'm saying? So he get riled up. But I want to be able to touch you or speak to you calmly and you just chill out.
I don't mind the idea of having a protector, but there's a difference between a protector and someone who is unkind. And I think that can be a thin line. And that's a line I'm unwilling to, like, at this point in life. And after many experiences, I'm like, you can be a protector and you can protect and I will stand behind you. You can be corrective and be respectful. And I will understand that. But once you're like petty or mean or like that, because I will never behave that way to a person. Like that's not my go-to. I'm like a kind person in general. My go-to is not going to be like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
so that's a character thing.
Let's talk about this. Okay, so you're on a date, right? You're on a date with someone you are digging, and one of two things happens. You guys are driving by. You stop at the Walmart to get something. Who knows? One of you had to run in from Walmart. You're leaving. You see a homeless person asking for money. 2 scenarios. One, the person says, people should have their own. I don't understand why these people are out here begging. Or 2, would you want the person to give them their last dollar or $1 to go do whatever? What would you rather?
Not their last dollar, but I would definitely be turned off if they made like a fucked up comment about the homeless person. that would bother me because you don't know why that person is homeless. You don't like the only time I have a problem with a homeless person is if they come knock on my car window. I get bothered by that. But other than that, like, yeah, no. Don't be rude about the homeless people.
Let me hear your answer, because then I'm gonna tell you why I even brought this up. So go ahead.
If he doesn't want to give the person $1, fine. Give a shit. I feel like you have to be moved and led to help somebody that way. Right. But if he would talk negative, that would also bother me, because I feel like we don't know the situation. People fall on tough times. That can be you, that can be me. Right now, that just happens to be them. But if you're going to give the money, then give the money and let it be so, and let's keep it going. But I feel like if you don't want to help, great, don't help. And if you do, great. But I don't like the negative commentary.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, the reason why I bring this up is me and my husband go back and forth about this topic. So he's very giving. He'll give his last dollar. He'll give $1 to whoever, right? I'm not. I'm very, and this is the cold-hearted piece of me, which I apologize to everybody ahead of time, is I'm like, if I could get my fucking ass up and work 2 damn jobs, you could work 1.
Yeah.
That's just me. I have kids too. I have a hard time too. Why am I sharing what I have with you? So is it right all the time? No, because I don't know their situation. I don't know any of that. But I'm not going to fund someone's hard time because they're not funding mine.
Right.
Okay, but how many times have you been hard out or having a rough time throughout your whole entire life and you wish that somebody would have just helped you? That you wish you had help. So you ain't never wished you had help?
I mean, yes, but it's always, so it could be the way I was raised was that you work for yourself. You take care of yourself. Like, have I came on hard times? Absolutely. I can tell you a plethora of times, but did I call someone to ask for money? No. Did I deal with the situation and get myself out of it? Yes. So that's a little bit of a difference. That was me by myself, right? No kids, no nothing. Mm-hmm. Me having kids, for example, the person we saw had a sign and he said he was a vet and like his house was on fire. And my husband said, oh, if I had money, I would give it to him, but he truly didn't have anything on him. And I'm like, but then he also said in the same breath, you could go to the VA, like what you can get help. There's help out there. And so that's what, and he was standing up and then leaning over when the cars came over. And then when the cars would go, he would stand back up. And then you know what I'm saying? So
and that's why you have to be spirit-led.
Well, you gotta you help those who you led to help. Yeah. You don't just help everybody.
I think you have to be spirit-led to give.
Think I've ever been led to help anybody. And I had a bad experience when I was young. Like this one homeless person was off the side of the road on the 405 getting off the freeway. I told my mom, oh, you need to give this person food. They said they're hungry. She tried to give this man food. He threw it back at her and said, I want money.
No, I've had that happen. I had a homeless person literally curse me out, but they didn't want money, food, or nothing. They wanted me to not think they needed help. They were like, did I ask you for fucking help? I was like, whoa, okay. But I was really young when that happened. But
each situation is different. I totally understand. Like I look at my situation first. If there's no plethora of money going on, then I'm not about to give you some money. Right. I'm not giving my ass to help someone else because they should be able to do that for themselves. I know everybody's not capable of doing that, so that's where I talk, but I just keep it moving. Like I
think there's a mental health factor with. I mean, this is like way off of our topic, but I think it's like a mental health factor sometimes for homeless people. So I feel like there is a lot. There's like it's a lot to unpack. I agree.
Yeah, it is dealing with homeless. I worked with them for about 1.5 years on with LA County, We did a homeless prevention program. And so we went to the homeless encampments and we took medical, we took legal, hair, showers, and we provided all these services for free. A lot of it is mental.
Yeah.
Then they get on the drugs, so it's mental and drugs. And then the other, there is a percentage of homeless now that is generational. So they don't want out of it. Okay, this is the way they were raised. This is what they're comfortable with. They don't want to pay bills. They don't want to have these responsibilities. So they're never going to get out of it. They prefer to sit on the corner and panhandle because you know what? It's easier to get $50 standing outside than it is for me to go get a job. So it's a breed of homeless people out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But, it's just a lot of different factors with different people. So I don't know. I get what you're saying, Jazz, when it comes to like, I've been on my own since I was 13. You know what I'm saying? On and off since I was 13 on my own. So I don't ask nobody for help when I'm struggling. All the years of having kids, if I'm struggling, I'm struggling. I'm not calling people and asking nobody to help me. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to go to a program. Something, but I'm not about to be calling Jazz up and say, hey, Jazz, I'm going to have an eviction notice. Can you help me with it? That's weird to me. That's weird to me. But at the same time, I have this compassion for other people and knowing how fucked up things could be. And I do get a feeling like a led spirit to help. So that's why I help. But there are other times that the spirit is telling me that fool don't need no help. You know what I'm saying? And they not about to get my dollar.
Well, I'm brutally honest sometimes, which I should be to people who love me and want to hear what I have to say. But I mean, I don't know. I was at a point, there was one time in my life where I became homeless and I said, I will never be here again. I didn't stand on the corner and panhandle. I didn't do that. I applied for the appropriate shit, got assistance, but I was in the car with my fucking kids at a young age and they don't know what happened. They thought we were having fun. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't remember. I remember. Have I been in that situation since? Not once. Because I told myself I would work my butt off to never be in that situation ever again. That's me. Not everybody is mentally capable. Like you said, there's mental health situations and all that other stuff going on. So do I feel that some people can get it? That just happened to be what happened to me during this week. So
I think that's like a good conversation to have at some point too, is like the idea of why as women we're so unwilling to ask for help. Like why as women are we saying if we need help and God places or whatever you believe in places people around you, why as single mothers, as women, why are we saying nope, I can't, I won't do that. Well, what if somebody has the resource and is willing to, but we're unwilling to ask? That's not operating from exactly.
Mr. Goodman got it.
Operating from like an ego space.
It's your pride.
It's pride.
100%
well, it also comes from where you raised. Like you said, I was raised a certain way. So I think that also comes from how you raised, or also your experiences with asking people for help.
Right, that's true. So I think that'd be a good topic for you, Jazzy, one day.
Absolutely. I definitely would like to unleash that. I just happen to have like that come up this week, and I don't know. I was just like, when I seen him doing the extra stuff, I was like, well, whatever, to each his own. I didn't knock him for it. I didn't roll it down the window and say, go get yourself help. Like right. I would never do that. But I was just like, no. Mm-mm.
If you did that, Jazz, I would be so upset at you. I would just livid.
I would never do that. I did, however, there was like this one time I seen this man have his family standing out in 100-degree weather and his kids. I was like, yo, like your kids should not be out here. I'll go get them a water. I went into the grocery store, got them water, but I wasn't about to give them money because like you shouldn't have your kids out here. If you want to stand out here, that's a choice, but your kids should not be out here. That was just a decision. That's just me. You know, you want to be out here panhandling, all you. Don't have your kids out here. That's horrible. I don't know. I feel a certain way when it comes to that. But
stop. Oh,
you know,
he's calling. He's saying a lot.
What did he say?
He says,
and talking about you looking stuff the cat, Trish. Mr. Gaband is like on you because I seen that in the comment.
He talking about because I don't. First of all, let me just say this: I'm going out tonight, so I'm sorry my camera's not on because I'm trying to get ready to go out. However, I will grace you with this gorgeousness right before I leave. Okay? Don't worry about it, Mr. Get Banned. I got you.
Yes. So Karma says some of us has to do with pride. A lot of it has to do with protecting yourself from having to give up the goods just for some help. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
That's a good one. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has, like, I agree. I think a lot of it has to do with protecting yourself, asking, like, a lot of it is prideful. For me just speaking alone on myself, I have a lot of pride. I would bust my ass, get another job, get 5 jobs just to not ask for help. That's just me, you know, like I luckily I'm by the grace of God I don't have to work 5 jobs, but I got 2. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell my daughter,
Get Banned is not a game right now. He's
what is going on?
Let's be nice to Trish. She's going out. Let her be. Let her live her best. Okay.
What is happening there? Let her live her best. Thank you. Let me live.
Well, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna open up the after hours. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me. We're gonna go ahead and provide a link. Sorry, we're gonna have a link. Hit the link. Let us know how you feel about men and if they need to do more while dating regular women, single mothers. Let us know. But we're gonna go hit that link. Like, share, subscribe. Biz Entertainment Network. Thank you so much for stopping in the ladies' night. Let's continue this fun. Let's continue this combo. Let's stick around for the after hours. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay.
Because you know.
Hello. Okay, thank you so much. My daughter is like, y'all have no idea. My daughter keeps like coming and talking to me. I'm like, but thank you. Where's the link? I don't see the link in the comments. Can we go ahead and put the link so everybody can join? Or whoever would like to join? Whoever. Hi, Jay Smooth. Hi, babe.
What's up, sis?
Smooth.
What's up? Good people. What's the deal?
Did y'all have a good week?
Yeah. This week was interesting.
I had a busy one. It was great. It was blessed.
I'm here. Love the show. On my mama.
On your mama?
Oh, my mama.
Oh, my mama. That reminds me of a song. What song is that?
Is his name Charlie Boy? His name
On my hood, but it's not my mama. I just think of that. That's what I think of when you say it.
Oh no, he said in that. He said on my mama.
Yeah, he do say that.
Uh-huh.
Then that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
She said, then that's what I'm
Okay.
thinking of.
But yes, ladies, yeah, I'm here, but I'm in the back. So I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do.
Okay, cool. I know Nyla was in the comments. I'm not sure if she's gonna stop in. I don't know if Karma's gonna stop in. But I enjoyed our conversation. I think it was a good one to have. And I mean, the two ladies that are dating that I can live vicariously through. Is it vicariously? Vicariously through. Because I'm not dating. We do go on dates though. I mean, I guess in a relationship you still date. You're just in a relationship dating.
Hello, guys.
Hey Gabby, how are you?
Good, and yourselves?
Good.
Hello.
What do you think about
Exhausted.
the video? I know you had some thoughts on it. Let us know.
Honestly, I don't have kids, so I can't really speak as, a single mother. But I do think it's pretty, random that someone wants you to pay for everything.
Yeah.
I understand you want a date, but it's not a date with your kids and adding someone else. You get me?
Yes, I will be right back for 2 seconds. I'm so sorry.
I definitely know what you mean. The woman
I
was
agree.
crazy. She was cuckoo.
And I think that even if you're not like a single mom, it's just crazy in general to have that expectation. So I agree with you.
Absolutely. Like, that was just crazy.
Sorry, the terrorist was on the move. I apologize. I had to stop what she was getting into. Sorry about that.
And I actually have my friend with me today. Her name's Ada.
Is the terrorist the dog?
Hi, friend. You want to see the dog?
Hello.
You want to see what the terrorist looks like? Hold on.
Say hi. That if you want to give your opinion in regards to that girl that was saying that she needs to have the babysitter be paid for dates and everything.
No, I do not agree with that.
That chick was
I
bananas.
do not agree with that.
Hey,
This is a
I
little
would say-
terrorist.
Oh, did she say what's her opinion? I didn't.
Oh yeah, let's hear you.
She did. She did. She said that was ridiculous. That was just not good.
Yeah, they both didn't agree with it.
Y'all don't
I
agree
do.
with the woman for the first time? This is different.
I don't
What
agree
you
at all.
mean? That woman was crazy, Biz.
Super.
Biz, are you as a man doing anything like that for a woman if you dating? Are you paying for the daycare?
Hey, I'm the wrong person to ask. Shit.
Right,
You got
okay.
me fucked up. What? You got me all the way fucked up.
It's
Okay,
super
now I got a
easy.
question, Biz. I got a question for you. What if
Okay.
your daughter expected all of that from the guy?
Would you tell her
I
I
she's
still don't
crazy?
know.
Crazy. I tell my daughter, babe, you crazy as a motherfucker. Think that shit. Don't
You
do
would tell
that.
her like we need to have some realistic expectations of dating.
I mean, come on, you had a child already. How you gonna require all these fucking standards? You didn't require that with the first dude. Come on, man. The fuck?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I'm just saying. She didn't. I mean, did she?
I agree. Well, we
Did
don't know.
she?
We don't know what
Obviously.
standards she had prior to. But as far
She
as
had a
like,
baby. Not with
you
me.
Wait,
think
what did you just say?
ability of her child
Jazz?
on somebody she's dating, like not even a boyfriend, not nothing, just this random person that wants to take her out on a date. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
If a dude is willing to take you out on a date and use his money that he fucking worked for to show you some whatever a good time or whatever you consider a good time, come on, you can't do that. Like, you didn't require that from the nigga that put his dick inside you. How you gonna require that for a nigga that want to take you out?
You require that from the guy that puts his dick inside you, and you're requiring this from the guy that's not.
I love how she's
The funny
relating.
part is,
How she's relating.
it's because I'm telling my friend, it's because
I like
it sounds
the
really
information.
loud here.
Say you didn't require from the nigga that put his dick in you. Jesus, Biz.
I'm just saying.
You could have said laid pipe, like anything other than that. No, I'm just kidding. I understand. I totally get it. Like,
You have. I mean, in a way, you
There's
kind of
unrealistic and realistic. That's unrealistic.
look now. I could sit here and say, look, I understand what she was trying to convey. I can understand. Look, I can understand
what was she trying to convey?
Please tell me, Biz, because I don't know what the fuck she was trying to convey.
She just wanted dude to kind of have some, she's just not trying to go out to McDonald's. Okay.
I think with just anybody. I think it's more so like she's trying to weed out the people that are not really there.
Look,
that are
she's
just
not
kinda
trying
like
to go to McDonald's. That's what she's saying. She's not trying to go to McDonald's. She wants you to take her to Olive Garden. You know what I mean?
What is Olive Garden?
I like Olive Garden. Olive Garden is bomb if you know what to order.
You're not taking me to Olive Garden or Applebee's on a motherfucking date.
She trying to go to Benihana's. You don't even know her last name. She trying to go to Benihana's.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Hell no.
So, okay. So what she's asking, for me to treat her like a wife.
Yeah, that's like wife. That's why I said it's like that's not even her boyfriend. Like, or
wait,
her fiance. Like,
hold on. So y'all saying going to Benihana's is some shit you only do for your wife? What if I can afford to take myself? Hold on. Wait a minute. If I could take myself to Benihana's, the nigga I'm gonna be dating gonna be taking me to Benihana's too. Like, if I don't eat McDonald's, I don't eat McDonald's. If I don't eat Applebee's, I don't eat Applebee's.
If a nigga taking you to Benihana's, if a nigga taking you to Benihana's and he ain't fucking, that's a thing.
Oh, bitch, you must not know. You must not know how our family really got.
He wants a Splenda daddy. All the benefits, but no sugar given to the guy.
Yep. She wants to be treated like a wife. She wants to be quoted like a wife, but she don't want to give you wife materials. She already got it.
Can I tell you something, Biz? When you dating somebody and you looking for a wife, don't you want to make sure she got them wife qualities? So why wouldn't she, as a woman, want to make sure he can treat her like a wife? Why would he have a look at?
In real life, we need to vibe like that. We need to vibe like that in real life and not worried about niggas' pockets and who paying for that shit first. Like, niggas need to vibe and grow first. And then a nigga might spend some dollars too. Nigga don't mind spending some dollars.
Smooth. The nigga will. He will spend some
it's a whole lot of, bro, look, it's a whole lot of niggas out here that, bro.
That's what Dee was saying. There are men that will do what she's requiring.
And everything that she's not looking for, everything that she was just complaining about is everything she's been introduced to. Because that's all she's going to attract on my mama. Like I seen bro say some shit with some thinking like that. Oh my mama, she gonna be die singing.
Before you go, I definitely, that was one point that I was told from someone who sent it to me. They were saying that maybe she's attracting that herself.
Of course.
And she's not attracting the type of, so what she's spewing out is the man. You know what I mean?
If females keep complaining about ain't shit niggas, 9 times out of 10, that's all she didn't dealt with was ain't shit niggas. That's all she keep attracting is ain't shit niggas. Unless she changed her whole
vibe, whole get down.
Yeah, everything.
I feel like as far as like the dating thing, and this might be an unpopular opinion.
No, that's out. In the after hours, you're gonna have to close that door, champ.
But I feel like the dates in the beginning shouldn't be super extravagant, only because this is the opportunity to get to know each other. And what happens if we go out on multiple dates and we realize that we don't like each other, like date 3, and you've spent all this money, you're like, oh shit, date 3, I don't like her. So I feel like a breakfast date, a picnic date, a thing where you can get to know somebody, I feel like that is like thoughtfulness. The idea of thoughtfulness.
All that corny, I'm with it. Like all that corny shit,
yeah, I don't know if it's corny though, Smooth.
No, I'm just saying, my bad. I'm working on my corny, my bad. But I'm just saying, like, that's cool. Like that's like normal shit. Like, let's go.
I
Like,
don't know if it should be really extravagant in the beginning, because I think for me, if you're trying to be
Oh,
so
my
like
mama.
big in the very
Look,
beginning,
on the
that
first
feels like
date,
you're lacking.
you know,
Like there's a lack somewhere.
it's social media. It's in real life. It's social media, because a woman rather have a Birkin than to go walk in the park and get to know somebody. Like, oh, my mama, she rather have a Birkin.
I hate the idea of, even when people bring up Birkins. I know that's not what we're talking about, but I hate the idea of people bringing up Birkins. I don't even have a purse half the time. Like, I don't even want someone to waste the money. I would be offended if a man said, "Here, Deanna, here's a Birkin." Sir, do you know what we could have done with that?
Thank
Look,
you.
Right,
Thank you.
We could have set ourselves up, okay?
No.
Give me the receipt. We gotta go get it, because
But try.
that's crazy.
No, you right. No, you right. Because it does be like that. Like, why should I have to bring you a $5,000 purse for you to know that I have feelings for you?
And we ain't even finna be, we not even finna be nowhere near each other for 5 minutes or even 5 hours from now. But you want a $5,000?
Hold on. Do you think that mindset is because you are a mom, that we could have done so much with this money? Like, had you not been a mom and someone bought you a purse, you'd have been like, "Oh, that's what's up," and kept
I
it
feel
moving?
like if someone is gonna spend a lot of money on me, then buy me something that I like. Don't buy me something that the world tells you that women want right now, because that's I'd much rather you buy my books for my master's program. I'd much rather you update my laptop for school.
Gang.
Like, I have these
I'd
other
rather
things.
you buy me a Mac instead of an HP.
I'd rather you,
Miss Jazzy, can we smoke?
do something
Are we
else.
smoking here?
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh.
I'm drinking tequila over here. Do you think I care if you smoke?
Carmen says, shit, pay off a debt. Shit, I'm with it.
I have
Real
student
quick.
loans.
Pay a bill.
Put it
That's
towards the student
exciting.
loan.
My bad.
Pay a bill, pay a car note, pay something. Like, that's great. That's exciting.
You know what's so crazy is that
That's a panty
the
dropper.
women that are in the chat, the women that are on the panel, you guys are different. You know what I mean? Most women would be like, no, I would rather a Birkin bag. I would rather to be treated out to a spa for a whole week. I would rather to go out to Barbados with my girls. for 20 days.
Bro. See,
You know
look,
what I mean?
check this out though. I'm with all of that though, but all that gonna come with time. I gotta make sure that you worth me even doing all this for. Like, excuse, you know me, bro. I don't really give a fuck about the dick and pussy shit. That shit don't move me. Just fucking just to be fucking. That shit is weak as shit, bro, in real life. So you gotta grow to get all of these things. Cause on my mama, it's a privilege fucking with me. Fuck you talking about? Like, you know, just saying.
Yep.
I
think that's
And you like
that's
Lord
the part.
forbid
I
you
know I
brought
see that
it
little
with
Frenchie.
someone
Yeah, what's
and you
up,
don't like
Frenchie?
the person.
Right. I think
Correct.
I don't think people really take it in the key when you got a woman like this that's maybe spewing out, and she got other women like this that are thinking the same thing, and they're out here praising the same shit that she's saying. Right. And I don't think there's enough women that are like, you know what? No, that bitch is crazy. You know what I mean? I don't think there's enough women that are saying that. Like, no, bitch, you crazy.
Like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, get real.
It's like this. Would you want your brother to do that for another female? Let's say you got a brother, right? You would, come on.
Yeah.
So why would you be like, bro, stop that shit. Don't do that shit. Right?
Well, and
So I
when you
know
do that,
females.
and when you do that shit too early in the beginning, you've set yourself up for an expectation. You have decided, you have made the title in this woman's life to be, you're just a giver. And she's just gonna always want and expect something from you versus a different type of relationship. That's no, we don't want that. I
You know
love
what's so
gifts,
crazy that- you
but
know
I
what's so
don't.
crazy?
No.
No, you're right. You know what's so crazy that I always have this thing of where I got older and I started seeing like people ask me, what would you advise young men nowadays and young women? I would say, well, I would advise them to work with people that's within their network. You know what I mean? Work with people that's within your network. Because if anything, you guys are going for the same goals and you guys have the same passion. You know what I mean? And at least that ties you guys in a lot tighter and because you guys are actually growing with each other throughout life, business, love, intimacy. You know what I mean? So you guys kind of have the best of both worlds because you guys are in the same network, you know what I mean, with each other. Like there was another person now, you know, I don't know if you guys heard of the Manosphere, but there's this whole community called the Manosphere. And it's where they call it the red pill. And it's where men are having these conventions and conversations about how that the world is fit for women and it's made for women, and men have to grow their value. So it's all about kind of teaching men their value and teaching the state of where we at today. But it can get a little gruesome, right, in the Manosphere. And one thing I saw in the Manosphere, what the guy was talking about, he said, when you meet a woman that's a hairdresser, and let's say you are an accountant or a producer or somebody is this exception, and she adds, like you add to her, so she comes up a level, right? But when you meet people within your network, you know what I mean?
You're able to like a hairdresser at Walmart, because my cousin is a hairdresser and makes a shitload of money on like extensions and shit like that.
Right,
there are
right.
hairdressers that are banking, like she's making, I want to say, well over $100,000 a year.
Right. Now.
You know what I'm saying? Like an average Walmart Supercuts hairdresser, sure.
Right.
But there's like the beauty industry is making a lot of money that they've like stepped it up. They're not just your average run of the mill.
Right, but a hairdresser, your normal hairdresser is making about from 60 to 80K a year, right? Compared to your average, an accountant who's making 120 to 2K a year, right? Or compared to your banker, or compared to, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to show you that there are men who are making so much well off that for them to meet a woman who is making, or who is a hairdresser who is not as exceptional as this person or whatever. So she gains value by being with him. She gains value. He doesn't really gain any value because he's pulling her up, right? So if someone was to break off, or if someone was to, like, they get a divorce or something, she actually gains because she came in kind of with nothing and she came out with a whole lot, right?
Right.
But I looked at that as, if a woman used that to her best benefit, and the woman said, you know what, I'm going to use my woman qualities to build with this man, to help this man accomplish life. When this, if quote unquote things were to break off, or, you know, generally it doesn't happen. Generally women initiates the divorce, you know what I mean, on the rates, but most likely the man will end up staying with her. He won't, like, because y'all build so much, you know what I mean? So he would end up like kind of growing with that and staying with it. You know what I mean? What they say, a man is challenged by the value he got, and a woman is challenged by her man when he doesn't have any value. So you're challenged when your man is in a rut, but he's challenged when he get out the rut, right? And his challenge is how loyal he is to you because of his value. You know what I mean? Right now, it would be your challenge to him will be how loyal you are to him while he's going up the ladder. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that a lot of women may not see or understand. But from this case to this woman in this shit, you know what I mean? Single mothers requiring men should do more. Honestly, I always say, if you didn't require that last nigga to do more, then why you gonna require me to do more? You know what I mean?
I guess that's also part of the idea of growth, right? Like, she should not repeat the same mistake as
take care of your fucking kid.
Saying, he knows, like, he's the prize. You're not going to treat me like nothing less than the prize. So if he's the prize, he cannot date what his ex-girlfriend brought to the table. So his standard and his bar has to be higher for the next woman. And that has to be higher for anybody as you date. But your bar has to also be a level. There has to be some sort of realistic.
Okay, now, do women get mad? Like, I know you heard of this, right? Women have gotten mad because of the guy that they were with got with some bitch that was uglier than them, or got with some bitch that was a little bit, or that wasn't as good as them, right? Y'all always see it. He got with an ugly bitch, right? He didn't give it a cute. Like, y'all always. So obviously, it wasn't the looks. Obviously, it was who she was. You know what I mean? How she made him feel. Yeah, and that's a lot of times. Like, there's a very great video. I wish I put it in here, but it talks about a man's vulnerability. And a woman have this is so true. They have, and a woman will overlook this every fucking day. But if y'all understand a man's vulnerability, that you only have one time with a man's vulnerability one time. And once that vulnerability is stumped on, he is never gonna come out and unveil that. He's a man. He's trying to keep his dignity, right? Mm-hmm. But if you diminish that vulnerability, he is not like, for instance, when a man say, "Hey, honey," you know, like when you like, "Hey, honey," he just got home. "Hey, honey, what are you? How was today?" He's like, "Oh, it was cool."
So
you
if
know
so
it was
there's a situation where like there's a side chick and you want to see what the fuck, like what does this side chick have? Why is this man stepping out on me? And you see her and she's like this beautiful fucking chick. Well, where do you go with that? Like, do you be like, oh my God? You know what I'm saying? Like, because men, like, do men step out only because the woman is beautiful? I don't think that's the case. Like
no,
you're saying,
it's a lot of shit. Side chick for a reason. Side chicks is side chicks for a reason. They're good at being a side chick.
There'd be a lot of shit that be missing.
What if they don't know they're the side chick?
No, they know. Man, the fuck out of here.
Y'all women's intuition. Stop playing.
Hey, I like it. They be like, I didn't know he was married. Bitch, he wasn't with you all the time, right? Okay. I didn't know he was married. He wasn't with you, right?
Well,
there was a lot of times, there was a gang of nights he wasn't with you, right?
No, I don't know.
Not even that. Not even that. It's just, you feel me?
There's not women's intuition is real, and when someone is not being honest with you, if you listen to that little something, you may not know what's going on, but you know something's not right.
Right.
And that's
I think men get caught because they don't care. That's the only reason why I think men get caught.
And they talk too motherfucking much.
Yeah.
Talk too much.
Talk too much.
I think men get caught cheating because of women.
No,
I think they
you ask women, do a poll. How many times your man has cheated on you and you've heard from the other woman? Other women get jealous and they're like,
oh, hey, but you know
I'm
what?
coming, and they find you.
You know,
hey, smooth, you didn't hear that though.
No. I didn't hear, but I'm listening to her. I didn't hear her. I was listening to her. Hey, look though, but at the same time though, man, check this out. I done been in the doghouse before. I know years back. I know what that shit feel like. On my mama, it's the nigga. He move different. He act different. He start smiling when you know that nigga mad all the motherfucking time. Like he start eating new shit. He start, that nigga don't shower. He don't shower every fucking day. Now this nigga showering every day.
That's facts.
Like, on my mama, like we gonna speak the facts. It ain't never. Always the only time women get involved with women and that drama and that toxicness shit come out is because of the nigga. He was lacking. Yeah. He was moving different, and niggas seeing that shit in him. So that, and then the women see that shit. Then on my mama, it's the niggas. The niggas they didn't grow yet. Niggas still want to try to play the game when the game is bullshit in real life. Niggas try to play the game.
In real life, it is, yes.
Yeah, like and niggas just need to, you feel me? Both niggas and bitches. On my mama, niggas and bitches, because it's women and men. So niggas and bitches need to get that shit together. On my mama, but niggas just talk too much. That's it. Niggas just talk too much.
So the question was that if the side chick was hotter, what do you do? Or what the woman do? Like, what does she do?
Okay, so let's just, I'm bringing it up. So I was in a situation years ago where, so this was a fucked up situation. However, I wasn't a side chick. I just was the other chick. Like there was no side. And we can explain it on a different day. There was no side. This girl found out, she thought she was the only one. She wasn't the only one. She found me. She wanted to meet me. She wanted to see what I look like. She meet me. She like, you're really fucking pretty. Like, what is going on? Yeah, I look better than her. I admit it. I look better than her. I don't know. This motherfucker's stupid in my book because he wanna fuck around with you. Whatever. You're willing to put up with more shit then I'm willing to put up with. Point blank, period. I don't want the bullshit. You do. You're going to get it. You're going to deal with it. But it was just weird in that situation. Like, she wanted to meet me, and I was curious. I was like, okay, let's meet. Like, you want to meet me? I met her. I was like, not but you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to leave me or you want to be with someone else, I would think it would be up. But in this circumstance, it wasn't up.
I've been cheated on, and the woman was gorgeous, and I knew she was beautiful. She extremely two different pages in the book. That woman and I.
I gotta take a page out of Biz's book because I heard Biz say this shit on the show. Yeah, because men gotta fuck up and not fuck down.
And I felt like when I seen her, I'm like, damn, she's fucking pretty. When I talked to her, I was like, damn, she's cool as fuck. That's why you probably fuck with her. There was no hate in me for her because that wasn't.
Hey, but I don't. You know what? I want to give y'all. I gotta give the ladies they shit too, because when the lady level up, she level up like in real life. Like make one of the make a nigga be like, oh damn, hey bro, man, she over here, man. Yeah, that nigga that be showing up at that ring door, that ring cam. Yeah,
yeah,
my mama.
For sure.
Women's levels up for real.
So would you say that interaction with the other woman was there some type of
extremely awkward?
It was extremely awkward, but was there some type of as a man, before I say this, as a man, we could look at other men and see where we fall up under in the hierarchy, right?
I just thought
men understand this. We understand hierarchy easily. We could go around a dude. We could go around a dude that got more money, more sophisticated, more everything. That we could automatically, okay, cool, he's here. Automatically. There's no like we're on the same level. We're not. Men can understand that clearly, right? So there's some accountability there, right? That we have to take as men.
Okay, in my situation. Oh, go ahead.
As
sorry.
men,
Sorry. Go ahead.
As men, we have to take some accountability and like, okay, I got to get my game up. Men have to build value. We have to build our value, right? I'm nothing without value. If I have no value, there's no female that's trying to holler at a nigga. Cool, you can be cute and shit, but you get a certain type of females. You know what I mean? But there's not real good women would want to take a man that doesn't have any value, right? So a man has to build his value. So when we go around other men, we learn from other men on different values or value hood, right? This man is excelling this, or he's excelling this. Oh, damn, he got all the looks, he got the six pack, and he got the money. Damn, he got all the bitches, right? And we could look at that and be like, okay, I see where I fit in that. As far as women, do you guys have something like that when you do see a side chick, or do you guys have that like hierarchy, or is it like?
I don't know.
I'm gonna let D answer and then I'll answer because hold on.
I felt like when I met her or when we spoke, I felt like I'm no hater from a long stretch. So I instantly in my mind felt like, oh, I know why this situation took place. Okay. And I felt like whether he never had to tell me, but I knew my shortcomings. And so as a mother and as a student, as a full-time employee, when there's a woman that is gorgeous, but doesn't have the same, we're in two different fields and you have more time, you're feeling a different part of his cup than I can provide. And so I knew for sure, I cannot be spontaneous. I got a paper that's due. I have a daughter to take care of. Right. I can't be as spontaneous as I would like. I got to plan my spontaneity, but I could see in her, that's where I had fallen short. I didn't think she was better than me, but I could see the logic. It just was what it was. I wasn't mad at her. It wasn't her fault. She just filled a part of the cup that I was unable to fill.
So would you say that polygamy would be helpful?
No. I feel like poly lifestyle is for some people, but for me, I feel like there was a conversation that was missed.
Okay, when you need them.
I feel like the conversation there was communication that was not there that we should have had, and had we had a conversation, things could have been different.
Right, absolutely.
Maybe I didn't have the space. Maybe I did not provide him the space, like you said, the vulnerability thing. Maybe I didn't provide him the space to be vulnerable, to say, hey, you're lacking in this area, and this is what I need. So I think it was what it was,
For me, it was very different than that situation. But for me, at the time, I had met somebody who told me they weren't married. Like, I asked, are you married? No. Okay, I have someone at home. To me, when you tell me you have someone at home, that means you got a girlfriend or you have someone that you're talking to. That does not mean you're in a fucking marriage. That doesn't mean you're in a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I asked, I told you what my status was. At the time, I was married, separating. Like, we were in the midst of getting a divorce. I was young. And so I was like, okay, so I moved forward in dating this man. Come to find out, he was married. As soon as I found out he was married, I cut shit off. This motherfucker was in my parking lot fucking stalking me with his wife in the car. I don't think she knew what she was doing, but he knew. And so then all of a sudden, here comes another chick calling me like, I was in a messy situation.
You beat her up, sis?
Huh?
You put them paws on her?
No, I would never fight over a dude. No, I would never. I never fought over a dude. I would never, like, you can have them before I fight over a guy. Now I'll fight someone over something else, but never a dude. I never fought over a dude. So, however, the next chick calls me, hey, is this going on? And so I'm curious. I want to see what you look like, because you're in the circumstance stopping me from being with this man and having a great life, supposedly. I see her and I'm like, I don't even want you no more because I didn't seen her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not wanting to be with me 100% because of her, but she was paying his bills. She was taking care of all his business that he wasn't taking care of. So was I willing to do that? Not at all. You know what I'm saying? That was where I fell short for him, because I wasn't willing to do that. Had I said, I'm going to take all your bullshit and I'm going to pay all your bills and everything like that, he sure would have been with me. But I wasn't going to do that because I didn't.
He was feeling a different part of the cup. Mm-hmm.
He was feeling that part of the cup for him. Now, would he drop her for me? 100%. I don't want you. We're moved on. I didn't see what you done lowered your standards to. I'm good. Like, I moved on. Because when you got your side chick telling me, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you're so pretty, like, that's weird, that's awkward. Like, she shouldn't be telling me that. She should, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird. It's just.
She was trying to say something. She was trying to wheel you in, Jazzy.
Dang, if Jazzy got the juice, say that.
Oh, man. Say that, oh, man. That's what that was. That was like,
that was the juice.
Jazzy got the juice. Is that it? Is that it?
Look, I love women. Love women. Don't love women like that. I can appreciate them, but I don't swing that away. I'm not on that team.
Yeah. Hey, I love them like that. I love women like that.
Yeah, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. No,
ain't nothing wrong with that women. I'm tired.
It's just like a little fun. That's it, you know.
I was like, what kind of shit did I get myself in? I was thinking to myself, like, what did I fucking Pandora's box? Okay.
Really?
And then I just cut the shit off. I was like, nah, I'm cool. Y'all have each other. Y'all have a happy life. I'm not with it.
Can it be true could it be true that some women are with men that they're not supposed to be with, in the sense of like an exceptional cat, like maybe this guy is at your league? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I definitely feel that way.
But is it the thrill that's like, fuck it, I'll just do it for the thrill?
I think that women.
I don't think it's all that. I don't. With women,
I think that women would be with women that's out their league, thinking like I'm like, I deserve this. Like I can rise to the occasion. I can do this. And you might not be the one.
All the criteria.
Like,
I mean,
you know, like and that's okay. It's okay because everybody's in different seasons. But I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think it's okay, though.
It's really what you're. I think it's really what you're willing to put up with and what you're not. Like, had I been willing to put up with all this fucking fuckery, then I probably would have been in the fuckery. But I was like, I'm good. Like, I'm gonna pause on this whole situation. And like, I directed their situation because had I said no, I want you, it would have been totally different. But I did. I was like, I'm good. I'm gonna move this way. You feel me? Like.
And you know what?
Can I share a secret with you guys?
This would be a great one. This would be a great one right now because, you know, we're talking about, I wanted to kind of hit on a little bit about, I'm going to talk about it on Monday, but man vulnerability. And this is what I was kind of speaking of earlier. That was just so true. People, if y'all tuning in, hit that like button if y'all tuning in. But people, this is the facts on men, women.
Can I share a secret with you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
go ahead.
Can I share a secret with you guys?
Mm-hmm.
From a man's perspective, it doesn't matter if you've been with a man 3 months, 6 months, 5 years, or 15. You have one opportunity with a man to dishonor his vulnerability, and he will never look at you the same. He may act like it. He may walk around with a smile on his face, but on the inside, he's like, "Oh no, I would never." He could be going through the worst thing. He'd be like, "Baby, how was your day?" How many women on this panel right now have heard a man say, "Oh, it was good. I had a good day. It was all right." And on the inside, he's saying, "Yep, I went through a whole bunch of shit today, but I'm not telling you because I can't trust you with my vulnerability."
My bad, good people. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. My bad.
Like, share, and subscribe.
You know, I just heard Biz talking about it, so y'all know me. I go real quick. He like, you know, he's the Lego.
How are you, boo?
I'm good. Isn't
Hey,
she
baby.
so pretty? Look at that beautiful smile, everybody. She's all, I'm out of here.
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
So, do you think that women overlook some man's vulnerability?
Absolutely.
As if it's like, he could get over it. He's a guy. Fuck it. He can get over it.
Absolutely. I definitely yes. Because I think in a woman's mind, like a man should be able to take on whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look at Jordan.
be able to take on whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, there should be no question your responsibility. But it's not so. It's not so that way. You know what I'm saying? Not all men can do that. Not all men can take on the responsibility or vulnerability to the situation.
Not all men.
I think that's a common misconception. I don't even think men should have to take on a whole bunch of things, just as women should not have to take on things. I feel like it's a vulnerability of a man. I think that women, we don't honor it because it's not something that's talked about and not something that's as like, you know how women are like, you have to cater to our emotions and you blah, blah, blah. Men are not treated that way. So I feel like that vulnerability, we miss it because we're not even fucking thinking about it. Like, we're genuinely not thinking about it. But I do think that if a man is unable to be vulnerable with you, he should not even stay with you because you're not in a safe environment. You're not in a safe environment.
It's not a safe space.
Okay, so what if there's okay, let me throw something harder on that. What if there's kids involved?
Well, then you got to communicate.
Right, but that vulnerability
I was
is not
told.
there. The vulnerability is not there.
Young age. You work it out until your kids become 18 and then you deal with life. I hate that I was told this fucking
you said what,
bit of information.
You said what?
I mean, it's facts. I mean, I can't lie about it. It's facts, though.
An older person told me, Jasmine, you fucking decided this, so you fucking deal with it until your child is 18, and then you decide if it's good or not. Your child is not the reason why you two are together.
Yeah.
Your child is an outcome of you two being together, and you fucking work it out until your child is 18 and out of the house so you can deal with your bullshit. So you can deal with their bullshit. I was told that, and I'm like, really? That's how it really works?
And
I didn't know.
What I think it is, I think it was the last video I played, I think of the last podcast, was about when the guy was talking about women are still dealing with the man that they were dealing with 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 60 years ago. Still the same guys, right? And the question came up, the question came up was, were the women back then smarter than the women of now? In the sense of, how has women gotten smarter or not smart?
I don't think it's smart. I don't think the smartness, it's the opportunity. Women have more opportunity now than they did 50 years ago. They have more opportunity. They can be business owners. They can live without a man. They can be.
They can buy houses without
There's
men.
so many different opportunities you can be as a woman now than you could be.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, because that negates the shit of women talking about there wasn't enough out here for women to achieve, that the women are being oppressed. And you talk to white women, they'll say that they were being oppressed and all of this. No, white women, you've been oppressed by your white husband. Totally two different, right? You cannot combine the black community and the Latino community inside that motherfucker and say that it's all one. All women are going through this, because it's not. Black men were not running from their homes back then like they will put out the homes now. You get what I mean? There was a lot more nuclear family homes back then than there were now. Right. And when you look at it, a basketball player, that's facts. Look, this is so facts. A basketball player, they make a black basketball player or football player seem as single, seem as a party guy, seem as this guy that's out here getting it good, right? But they make the white football player get married quick. He started doing commercials for golf commercials and all type of family oriented shit, right? It's a narrative, right? Well, I'm just, but, you know what I mean? It's the actual narrative that we're seeing here now, right?
No, for sure. I get where you're coming from.
And the women back then were literally more thorough and staying in a relationship, not leaving because of he fuck up. Or he fuck up, I'm not gonna fuck up my marriage because that fucker wanted to go out and do some weird shit. And then that hurt the man more, because when this nigga got old, guess who was wiping his ass and he had to deal with it? That eats a nigga up, bro. That eats a man up. Women don't even, like, those are the things that I think women are really not even looking at. You can eat a man alive just by your intentions. Eat him alive just with your intentions on, like, just being there and not leaving the relationship because this fucker wants to go out and do some weird shit. Like, the women back then had dignity. They were not in integrity on their relationship, on their marriage. Right? It was to death do us apart. But nowadays, women, the filing rate for divorce is 70% by women.
Well, I think that comes with opportunity, right? Like, I feel like women now understand, like, you got to think also domestic violence was higher when there was more nuclear families. You know, there's different things.
It was just as much as today.
Listen.
I don't know about that.
I don't know the
lesbian couples have the highest rate of domestic violence.
Statistics you got me on, because I don't know them. I don't know.
But what I'm saying is there were different struggles at that time. Women are now at a place now where if they decide that they're going to leave their partner or their husband, it's not as frowned upon. It's not as how are you going to make it? What are you going to do? Women now have resources to, like, that's why they can't say they're oppressed, because we have the resources to say, if this no longer suits me, I can leave this space. And that's the power of the times in the times of changing. You don't have to stay in a marriage anymore with your husband. I'm married to
you. You have the opportunity to go different places.
Well, you know what I'm saying? That's my point. Like, I'm married to this man here, and he has a family up the street, and we all know the family's up the street, but we don't talk about it. And I don't have to stay there. I don't have to do that anymore. As a woman, I can say, if I'm married to this man and he has a second family, I can walk away from that and then not be looked in a kind of way because of the resources that are provided for me. So I just think that, you know, I think that the nuclear family is just different now because there are more opportunities. And I think, like we said earlier, women are also smarter now as well. They are thinking for themselves.
It's just a different
generation.
Different generation, different situation. Not different situation, because you, like, back then, if you were with the man that was cheating on you, you couldn't leave. You had to deal with it. You had to figure it out. Now, if you don't want to be in that situation, you don't have to be. So you can file for divorce. You can get out of that situation. That's where I think it's different. I don't necessarily think it's because
Okay, so
right?
Now I'm gonna give you guys the reasons why divorce was filed. The first one was financials.
Always.
That was the number one.
That's a big one. It's a big
one. The second one was infidelity.
That's big too. Shit.
Domestic violence was so far down on the list, it was ridiculous.
But you know why? Domestic violence is not reported.
People don't report it.
People don't report domestic violence.
I didn't. I am a person who did not report domestic violence. I'm one in a statistic that didn't report.
Think of how many men don't report domestic violence.
On different circumstances.
Listen,
on different
the
people.
police were called out 5 times, and I only said take that nigga to jail once. Once out of 5 times. So yeah, it's not reported.
Yeah, I think domestic violence is not recorded, especially not on men's side. And men get abused too.
There's Jacob. I would like Jacob to join the link. I would like Riri to join the link. There's so many people that are commenting that could join. I don't know if they have the link.
I'm not saying domestic violence don't happen. All right.
It does. It really does.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
Not,
I'm done. Yeah, right.
You don't always report it.
Right. But what physical domestic violence should be reported.
It should, but it's not.
Right. And that's on the and a lot of times it's probably due to circumstances of those individuals. Right.
I think men don't report also because they're men.
You don't report at all.
Some women are embarrassed. Some women are afraid to report.
I didn't want to deal.
But they did a toll on domestic violence, and 70% of domestic violence is triggered by the woman.
I gotta see facts on that. I feel like domestic violence happens because a man has made the choice to put his hands on a woman. It's a choice. Domestic violence is a choice. Because I'm sure many women have made you mad, but you are like, I'm finna knock you out. You've decided not to make the choice to put your hands on her, even if you were triggered to. It's different. Say I'm going to if she's fucking you up and you gotta like push her or you gotta restrain her, that's different. But you would never just in your right mind be like, you know what, bitch, I'm mad, I'm gonna fuck you up, and that's it. You would never.
I think it's a choice on every line. Anytime you being violent, you choosing to be violent. Like, like whether it's a man doing it to a woman or a woman doing it to a man, it's wholeheartedly a choice.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
And even when women are beating up men, because we don't talk about men in domestic violence, like we act like it doesn't even happen. But men with domestic violence, women go crazy, and men probably don't hit, and the man don't hit her back because he's like, man, I don't want to go to jail for domestic violence, and so he ends up getting hurt and beat up.
Well, I ain't never been in that situation, but
he loves her so much. Or he loves her so much that he not gonna do nothing about it.
Or sometimes he need to know. Not that it's right. Y'all
Yeah.
right.
Let me tell you something. I gave it to somebody before. I beat a man up before. I ain't proud of it, but I did. And he deserved it, but he didn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? He did stuff to want it, but I could have controlled myself or took a different route.
It was a choice.
But he wouldn't have never walked away from me. I had to walk away from him. He would never, but he loves me.
So I know I have a reckless mouth. Is it and like, okay, no, but I know I can fucking cut you up with the words that I fucking say. I can make you feel like this big. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
can make
So
you
why
feel like
even
this
trigger?
much.
Why even trigger the man to even? It's like I tell my
It's
sister
not
this too.
okay.
My
I don't
sister,
think it's okay. I don't
like
think
I
it's
tell
okay.
my
I'm
sister,
saying.
you're right though. I tell my
I
sister
think
she's
It's not
very
okay.
great at her
I
words.
didn't know I had that ability until in the situation. I'm like, damn, hindsight, that's fucked up. Like, why'd you say that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, go step in front of a bus. I don't give a fuck. Go kill yourself. That's not okay to say to somebody.
That's verbal abuse.
Right.
It is.
I think some women
not okay.
some women are sharp with their words because we know we can't beat y'all. So the tongue is coming for you because I can't really knock you out like I want.
I can't hurt you. I mean, I could try to hurt you.
Yeah, but
Right.
you
But
wouldn't talk
I
like
know
that to
for
your
sure
fucking
I'm gonna
boss
hurt you
though.
in the words.
You know what I mean? You wouldn't talk like that to your boss. You wouldn't talk like that to the motherfucker that's fixing your car. You get what I mean? It's a
Well, you
total
gotta
difference.
know who to give it
I
to.
Respect
definitely,
level.
Yeah, hold on. Yes, the fuck
Look.
I would talk like that to the nigga fixing my car because it
Oh,
depends
with
on
your
what
boss
he
stop.
did. It
But
depends
she
on
didn't say that
what
about
he
the
did.
boss though. Not her boss. You wouldn't say that to your boss though, right?
No, it depends on my boss. Like,
you know, listen
I
to it.
mean, I don't have a real job because I'd probably be cursing all the bosses out. Like, who the fuck is you telling what to do right now, boss? So that's why I don't have a job.
And you gotta be careful
It's
too
like,
because men
hold
are
the
just
fuck up.
spiteful.
Okay. Like, I love it. I know there are certain situations I've been in I shouldn't have been in. I shouldn't have been talking the shit I was talking. I shouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying? Was it right for me to get fucking punched in the face? No.
Right.
But I did have some part to it.
Hell no.
Because I wasn't just like little old me. Oh, like I'm
Right,
getting
this
beat. No, I've never been a little old
Okay,
me.
well, this is the problem. See, when you run your mouth like that and then you get popped and now you want to go cry and act like you, like, if you running your mouth or you running up on a man or you coming at a man in an aggressive way, they can and will snap. And when
They
you
will.
get snapped on,
100%.
you should know that your ass kept asking for it. I'm not saying it's
And
all
that,
right.
hey, Chris,
but-
and that
Right,
is a
but-
case of domestic violence.
It's
Right,
like it's
but-
not
Right,
neither.
no,
walk
that's
away.
not always the
Right.
case. That's
Walk away.
no. Bitch,
Yeah,
it's
too,
some
I know
walk
niggas
bullshit.
that just like to beat their women. It's some
Just
like
walk
my
away.
daddy was a woman beater. You understand what I'm saying? He just beat women. I watched my daddy beat one of his girlfriends had me take her son outside on the balcony to play while he beat her with a cast iron skillet. Now, she didn't do nothing for that. It ain't nothing in the world she could have done for that.
Yeah,
but
Unc
some
should be
men
dead.
are controlling.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have took Unc out for that one. Hey, Unc, look, man, look, I love you, bro, but you gotta go, bro. You just can't be just beating the bitch with her. All right, bro, come on.
Right.
Like, I've been in situations
wrong.
where I shouldn't have been in because of my mouth. I now know like certain situations. I learned my lesson. You're gonna stand up to a man, you're gonna act like a man, you're gonna get hit like a man. You gotta be in the situation where
Right.
if you could take it, you could take it. If you're gonna run the motherfucker over, you're gonna run the motherfucker over. Like there's certain situations you're gonna be in. If
Right,
you
but
put
you also
yourself
have a
in
right
that
to protect
situation, it's not right or is it right to say that? No. Is it right to get hit? No. You're both wrong. You're both in like I don't like the fact that women say, well, I told him he was a piece of shit and he beat the shit out of me. Well, what were you? Why are you even doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you
See, I have to be like devil's advocate with that because a part of being adult is practicing self-control. And
Right.
so even when someone says something to you as a man or as a woman, you should be able to say, I am not, that might have struck the chord, that might have hurt your 10-year-old heart that was in you or the 40-year-old spirit that you have in you. But if you have self-control, as an adult should, you should be able to say, you know what? I don't got
Most
shit
adults
to say to
don't.
you, and I'm gonna walk the fuck away.
I agree.
You
that
have a right to
mouth-
defend
I
yourself.
agree that somebody talking should not give you the right because they said something you don't like or you don't feel you was respected to put your hands on them. Now, there are women who go out there and they hit their niggas, they doing all kinds, you know what I'm saying? And they get hit back. Now, to me, that's a different story than you running your mouth and you using your hands to talk.
Right. I can't listen. I didn't want to, and I'm not proud of it. But I know one time I usually maintain control, but I lost it. I remember one night I had to go to work, and my child's father decided to show up very late, drunk. But I had to go to work. I was the only one that was available to come in. So you made me late to work. I got to work. The charge nurse is digging in my behind because there's a lot of stuff going on. And then about 2 hours of being at work, my daughter called me and told me to call dude and tell him to come back. I'm like, what do you mean come back? So he left my kids, went out drunk, looking for a phone. I had to leave work. When I got to the crib, he was at the crib pouring a can of beer up to his mouth to drink it. And I'm not going to lie, y'all, I lost it. I smacked that can out of his face. And I didn't mean to. And I just think I hit him a few times and was like, yo, you got to go. You just almost cost me my job, my kid's life.
Pause. Come back. Review back. You said you hit him a few times? Miss
Maybe.
Riri, I'm pretty sure you gave him
She
some
don't
hate.
remember. She don't remember.
Hold
so
on.
that was
I
a
don't
right
really
left,
remember
right
if
left.
it was 1 or 5.
Right.
Miss Riri gave him some haymakers. That nigga was out. He was sleeping. By the
Like,
time
look,
he
it
woke
was
up,
1
he
or
was like,
10.
"You know
I
what?
don't know. 1 or 10.
But
Look, by
wait,
the time he
but
woke up,
wait.
he was like, I'm gonna go ahead and pack my bags.
But
You know what I mean?
wait.
And he
And
was
his-
drunk
and-
too. Yeah, you got
But
it.
wait, and his punk ass went by the window while the window was open and said it real loud out the window like he was dry snitching. He was like, stop hitting me. Stop hitting me.
I can't even.
I was like, yo. So I had to take my scrubs off because the beer got on me too and shower. Put some new scrubs on, get somebody else to babysit and go back to work. That was so messed up because you almost cost my kids their life. I could have went to jail for leaving my kids home alone. I lost it then. I'm not proud of it, but I did lose it.
Hey, she gave
So
him
you
that.
see, everybody got a pressure point.
You gotta come up here.
No, leave nigga on site.
It can be an action and it can be physical, and you can
Let her have time. You just have time. Sorry, y'all. I apologize.
Miss Riri,
That's all right. Huh?
You gave him that. It just said.
Sorry. There was a dispute at my house. I apologize over the puppy. Sorry.
You know
That's
what I mean?
okay.
Like, they're
Let me
just
just tell you how much I dislike that puppy.
now check. Now check. Check. My family, I would say, well, my intermediate, my mom and dad used to have the most craziest fucking squabs. I mean, like, beyond fist fights. Now, my dad wasn't a fighter. Right? He wasn't like that crazy of a dude to be out there in the streets and try to knock me. That wasn't him. Right?
Mhm.
But my mom was that chick. Right? And
Your mom was with
my mom would throw dogs on him. Bam, bam.
Right?
Right, man. She would hurt this man hard, man. This man hard was. My mom was crucial, bro. Right? And later on, you know what I mean? You know, he ended up, you know what I mean, deleting himself. But like, there were just aspects that, you know, she would tell me of things that I saw when I was around him that I've even reacted to at being a young age. Right. And most people would say, well, damn, if the son saw that, then he's most likely going to do that with this chick. Right. And
I think that's always
I
the
wanted
case. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't always the case though.
yeah, like I always tell, like, I have a crazy ass history. Like my grandparents, no, my great aunt and my grandmother from my dad's side end up deleting my grandfather, right? And then my dad, I mean, it's crazy ass fucking crazy story, but my dad ended up deleting himself because of all of the aspect of it, right? And most people say, well, he's going to tend to delete himself, right? Because like father, like son type of shit. But no, man, I grew up totally different. I saw a man in the house, and the woman was more like, I felt like the woman runs the house because that's what I saw, right? My grandmother literally ran the kingdom. Like she called the shots around the spot. And he would come through, take care of everything, make sure his shit is paid, well, blase. He did whatever he want. You know what I mean? He sat wherever he want. You know what I mean? But she called the shots. You know what I mean? And they would get into arguments.
He was allowed to sit where he wanted. That's all.
Yeah, he was.
Real quick, Trish, are you ready? Because I want to see what your makeup look like and stuff. I ain't seen you.
So my makeup. I mean, I don't really wear makeup. I just got a little tiny bit on, but I'll show you when I get where I'm at. I'm driving.
Okay. I'm waiting.
So the more of the story is that you know what I mean. That
on and call it makeup on stuff.
The more of the story is I saw them get into arguments, and my grandmother would chew this nigga out. And he wouldn't say crazy shit to her. He would just be like, he would tell me, son, that's just a woman being a woman, right? And he would tell me things like, you can't control a woman. And the day that you feel that you have to put your hands on a woman, you don't need her, don't even think about being around her, kick that bitch to the curb. He literally told me just like that, right? I'm 12. And you know, he's like 60 or some shit, right? He's telling me like, hey, kick her ass to the curb. You don't need her. The day you see yourself doing that, that's the day you let her go. And I'll never forget that shit, because there was a lot of bitches that was like, I'd even, just from the mouth, like, because I understood how, like, I got family that got mouth, right? And I've seen women in my family knock out niggas and fight dudes because of their mouth and shit, and the whole family going over to fight another family because of somebody's mouth. You get what I mean? So that was just something I was aware of, and I just knew not to like deal with a woman in her mouth. You know what I mean? And then once her mouth get crazy, you just say little shit to shut her down, to be like, look, chill out. You know what I mean? And I don't like the fact that there are women who like that. They're like, I find that sexy. I like a little toxicity. Like, bitch, man,
no, that's not cool at all. That's hard.
Throw this lamp at your ass.
Right.
Get your ass out of here.
The only toxicity I like is breakfast in the bedroom, but all that other stuff I'm not with.
The regular in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Truth and trust me.
The women in your family, I beg to differ. Our mouths are not like that at all, man. Not even a little bit. We are all very Christian-like, wholesome women, and you know that.
No, y'all are. I mean, there's a group of them that's not. A lot of them. My generation, oh, you nigga, please. What? Shit. Try to get these niggas to a church. Try to get all of them to a church.
Look, says, yeah, my mouth is reckless. That's why I choose not to say a lot of things. I concur, because I know there's shit I can say that, like, it's like, why are you saying this right now? Like, why are you being an asshole? I have to self-check, as my husband would say, self-check yourself. And I definitely do a lot of that, because there's like, I now think before I speak. Years younger, I was no filter. You got whatever the fuck I said. There was no me thinking about, like, am I going to hurt this person's feelings right now? Am I going to want to make that, like, I'm like, go kill yourself. I don't give a fuck. Like, I was really fucked up. And I don't know why it was like that. It could have been my upbringing, but if you pissed me off, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, me and you, like, we're enemies. That's how I was, like, automatic. Me and you, we're not getting along. We're enemies. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I need to say, and we're gonna.
I don't understand why people act like that. I just think that's so ridiculous. Like, if you're in a relationship with someone, I get being upset, but to get so mad that you just like spewing out just mean, evil shit. Like, remember, you love the motherfucker. Like, that's why you with him.
That shit goes out the window.
Real
I
quick.
just do
Like
not.
real life. Hey,
In
she
real
real
life,
quick.
love
Up
goes out the
real quick.
motherfucking window.
Don't
Like
get
you done
it
fucked
twisted.
up. You done said
I'm
some
not
fucked up
saying.
shit. You done did some fucked up shit. Like it's on. Like me
I'm
and
Right.
you,
not
there's
saying
no.
I haven't said
The
fucked
gloves
up
are off.
things, but
Right.
most of our fucked up things I say is to prove a point after some fucked up shit been said to me. You know what I'm saying? I'll respond
You
like,
have a
oh, so
valid
you want to
point.
just call
You
everybody, you want to
definitely
call each other dumbasses? You fuck you.
wish
You
I
the
would have
ugly
had you
motherfucker too.
around.
You
Cause
know,
I
but I don't know. I just don't tend to. I don't go for low blows and all that shit. If I'm mad at you, we're gonna have a discussion about what I'm upset about. I'm not about to be calling a whole bunch of crap. The most I may do, because I'm gonna tell you this, I can't stand a bitch ass nigga. So if you act like a bitch ass nigga, you will get called one real quick. I can't. That's one thing I can't deal with. That's probably
But
my
why
worst
fuck
about my
with?
mouth.
Hold on. But why fuck with a bitch ass nigga?
Well,
Right.
sometimes you don't realize they're a bitch ass nigga till they start acting like one.
until
Like
that
the
part.
thing like
Until
you
they
is a
start
bitch ass
acting that way. Right. I agree with that. I agree with that right there.
So
Because it's not
even
always portrayed that way.
That's when you trust your nose. Achoo! When you allergic to the bullshit, you got to see that shit from the get go.
Yeah.
I know a bitch ass nigga from a mile away now. He ain't even got it. I know him if he in Hawaii and I'm in California. I know he a bitch.
Well, now, like rewind, like fast forward to now, right now, I don't say shit in an argument. I shut the fuck up and just let you go. Because if I really say some shit, it's gonna start an argument. So I just pick my battle.
I feel like there's power in silence. I feel like there's power in that.
There's so
In
much. I
that,
never knew.
there's power in silence when you're just think of like I can think of times where I've argued with my daughter's father and I'm going in and he doesn't say nothing and that shit makes me even more mad. But
It's like
I'm not going to
infuriating.
keep.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to keep arguing with you now because you ain't saying shit either. There's power.
Yeah.
There's power in silence, and I think for me, like I'm not a low blow person because I never want to be a person from if I care about you at all, I don't want to be any source a source of pain for you. So I'd rather just not say anything to you. I'm not going to say anything to you. I don't got nothing to say to you. And when I do say something, it's because I have sat with it and now I'm ready to release it. But I don't ever want to be like a,
And I mean it.
you know,
And you
yeah.
mean it when you release
That's a
it,
good
don't
place
you?
to be.
Every
Right.
word of it.
Right.
You know what I
It's a
say?
healthy-
I always say
it's a
a
healthy
woman's
place to be.
calmness. If the man
scary.
is like,
It's
if
so
you're
scary.
open, yeah, it is. But if you're open and he's like frustrated in the head and he's like, you know what I mean? You like, he's not getting what I'm saying or whatever. A lot of times your calmness really brings a lot of like great energy. Like if you guys understand how femininity, see, that's masculinity. See, you're operating in a masculinity form, and you're gonna only get like you put your chest out, motherfucker. I'm gonna put my chest. Like you testing me now. Like why are you doing that? Like you're not a man, so don't. So I think a woman's sensitivity, like the femininity of a woman, really calms. Really, to me, I always believe that femininity can control masculinity. It's how it's presented, right? And then and it's how femininity understands masculinity.
Yeah.
That is always operating in a protective, in a progressive, in a very strategic logic. You know what I mean? And it's head driven. It's right. So kind of like if you're able to understand what femininity, like be the opposite of that, like the calm, the water, you know what I mean?
Yes, you get a different response. Like
what?
I know
You'll
I
calm
do.
the fuck out that nigga. That nigga be like, you know what? You're right, babe.
Okay.
I was.
He
You know what I
has
mean?
to be a masculine man. He can't be no bitch ass nigga because it's not gonna work with a bitch ass nigga.
That will not. Absolutely. You being calm will not
But
work.
see, that's the point. That's the point. See, femininity is mature. It's more mature than masculinity. I believe. Now, I could be wrong about that, but
no, that's true. That's
femininity is
medical.
more mature.
I definitely agree.
That's a
in the
medical
sense to
fact.
where it can see where like, okay, this is heated right now. He's a guy. He's meant to like that's it. Okay, this
He
is
said,
heated. Like I'm soft. I'm delicate. I'm, you know what I mean?
That's why you often hear, I think that's a true fact. I think that's why you often hear women say you got to pick your battles. And
Yeah.
Jazzy said it earlier, because we already know I can be very mad, furious, and want to go in, but I also know that this is not a battle that I want to fight with you. So
That
because
part.
of that, there's some people will see, some women will see it as your silence is you backing down. Your silence is you being weak. But there's power in silence. If I decide I'm no longer going to entertain that energy that you're providing me, and I decide, all right, have it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what if I say
that's
like,
just
okay,
power
I
in
don't
that.
want to. Okay, I don't want to change what you're saying. I don't want to change you. But if I could say give a different perspective, if I say, okay, fight in your femininity, use all that rah in your femininity, right? Be able to
So
say
there
what you
is
want.
no rah-rah in the femininity.
You have
That's
to be able to
the whole
receive that.
and then when that comes, that
No,
that
listen. Like,
coincides with
like,
nurture,
okay, you ever see grandma
moment.
talk? You ever see grandma talk to like to her husband, and she be washing this, and she'll say shit to him, and he be like, he'll look at her like,
no,
damn.
So
Like she just knows what to say when she's you know what I mean? Because she studied
I've
him.
never
She's
seen it.
into him.
I have a different
Right,
life.
but what
For
I'm
me-
saying, you can only understand something like that when you're into him. When you're into him, then you can understand, okay, this is the clicks and the buttons and the shit. I can excel him.
I know what the clicks and the buttons are.
Yeah, but
I've
you're
been in a
but the-
relationship long enough to know if I say
no,
this shit
no.
in my head,
Hear me out.
I know if I say some shit, it's gonna go this way, or if I be like, you know what, it's not really worth me, because anything I say, if I disagree, is gonna be a fucking conversation.
No,
Period.
but
That's
what it
why
is-
communication. That's why communication is very important. That's why you get to know somebody before you just jump into something, because you find your balance, and then out of the two, then you realize, okay, which one of us is better at de-escalating the situation. And there's
And
just
I know I'm not.
that you just gotta. Sometimes you are, sometimes you're not. Depends
See,
on
that's the
situation.
point. That's
But
the
in any
point.
given
Femininity
situation-
de-escalates the masculinity. Like
right,
violence.
somebody has to de-escalate it, and 9 times out of 10 it's usually the woman, like you said, Biz, because the femininity, now that's the nurturing, and the testosterone is raw, like you said. The femininity is, okay, well, all right, let me calm this person down, like you said. When that woman knows, it's like, okay, like, let me tame the beast, which is let's just put this down, because like everyone is saying, some things is just not worth it.
That's a pick the battle, though. Like, to me,
No, it's
I
not a
know-
pick the battle. It's not a see. That's what I'm saying. It's not
For
a
a
pick the
woman.
battle. Look
For
at
a
Beauty and the
woman.
Beast. Look at
Not
Beauty and the
for you.
Beast.
Bro,
Not
that's
No,
for
look-
you.
your
For
battle.
a woman, I'm saying on
Look
a
at-
woman's perspective, it's a pick the battle. Do I really want to
Exactly.
go
Pick
for
no
an
battle.
hour
There's no
in a
battle with a guy.
conversation because I know I'm right, or do I want to
No.
just say you're right, whatever? It's not even worth it. It's really not worth it. For me
Honestly,
to
it's
sit
not.
here
So perfect
and go
for
back
what
and
you
forth.
think femininity automatically will calm down masculinity, and that is not
It does
always
every
true.
time. It has no choice
No,
but
it does not. No,
it
it does
has
not.
no choice but to. That's what I'm saying. It has no choice
No,
but
no,
to.
that's-
You
okay.
cannot- masculinity cannot fight something that won't, like, you know what I mean? Like it has, you can't. And if
That's like
she's
trying to
smart
have
enough,
two
she would
alphas.
understand the man. Like, that's why I said you got to be into the guy. If you're not into the nigga, then you're not gonna see a lot of the shit that comes arise. You got to be into the nigga. You got to know what fucking makes him click and tick. How he treats his mom. Where does he look at life? How does he look at life? Right. That's how he's going
But
to
how
be
he
effective
treats his
in a
mom is
relationship.
not always how you are in a relationship.
See, you're hearing that. You're not hearing the fact that you can change how the man is. A woman
You
can
can
change
change
man.
the
That's why I
narrative.
don't know if you guys understood
I
how
agree.
women
You
can
can
make
change
a
the
man.
narrative of the
You-
whole situation, depending
You
how
can make a man.
react to
Check
the
this out.
situation.
Check this out. Check this out.
That's
Every
known
millionaire.
history. Samson
every
and
mil-
Delilah.
hold on. Every millionaire and billionaire was triggered by a woman in some sense, whether they liked the woman, whether they was interested about, like you guys can make a man a millionaire or make him a fucking fuck up, right? And it's how this man is like, and it's how you put into this man. If you're into this nigga, that's why I said the same network. When I said it earlier, operate with the man that's in your same network because you guys identify the same ideas, right? That's why I said it earlier, because you're into him. You're into the things that he's into. You like what he's into. You guys are into the same. Come on, man. Like those are the things that you could really beat a lot of shit. You could beat a lot of the bullshit if you were actually into the guy and what he's into. I tell dudes, get with a woman that's into what you're into more than you. Because if she's into what you're into more than you, she's going to be
so
on
if
your ass about
if you were saying that, you would be with a woman that is in the music industry more than you would be in the music industry?
Or some form of entertainment. Like if it was in some form of entertainment or some form of aspect, like it could be fashion, it could be, you know what I mean? Just the aspects of the same network, right? And it doesn't, like most people say, well, like it doesn't have to be that targeted, right? It could just be in like, okay, you're in corporate and they may be in corporate in some other aspect, you know what I mean? It may not have to be the same ideal thing, but you guys are into the same worlds. You get what I mean? Okay. And that's what I'm saying. When you see that, you're going to be more into him and into what he, you know what I mean? It just makes the relationship better.
That's what we have to do moving forward. I taught my girls, when you get with somebody, make sure you get to know them, know how they are around their family, their mom, blah, blah, blah. And also put your friendship first, because if you're really somebody's friend, like you think about it, you're not going to hurt your friend. So if your friend calls, you're going to be there. Absolutely. If your friend is upset, you're going to help your friend. So always put your friendship first, and then you work on your relationship. Yes. And I also told my youngest, the baby, I said, she was dealing with a situation, and I was just, listen, he thinks you're beautiful, but what are you going to do? And she was like, what do you mean? What am I going to do? I said, listen, let me tell you something. In most of the world's history, every great man who was a great man at some time in his life had a beautiful woman that broke his heart. I said, so I'm teaching you to be a queen. You don't break a man down. If you care about this dude, then care about him. Don't be that pretty woman that hurts him, and now all the other 20 girls are hurt because of you. Right. And you're embedded in his memory. Your legacy is what's important. So make sure that even if it don't work out, he can never say you did this, none of that. You built, you brought up, you helped, you prospered. And if if his mentality is not that way, then he's not looking for a queen. So he has to keep it moving.
That part.
Hey. With all the good stuff, you could take half of everything. Matter of fact, you could take everything. I give you my whole life. That's what I put my life on the line for.
She looks so pretty. Hold on real quick. We got to give Trish her flowers. She looks so pretty.
Where's she?
Thank you. Now, I pulled up here, and y'all know I'm going out with my daughter. I'm trying to act like I'm hot tail living a single life. I'm really going out with my child. She didn't convince me to leave the house. And I pulled up and I said, look at all these young people. What the fuck am I doing here?
Right.
And she said, I see some fellas, Mom. I said, with this baby.
Trish,
right?
You go come out to Vegas for my birthday on Friday?
This Friday?
This Friday.
Coming?
This Friday coming. You single?
I gotta try to take off of work. I wish you would have told me. I sure would have came.
I know. I'm not doing nothing for my birthday, but I would.
Why you try to play me like that? Why you try to? We could do it next week.
Let's do it next week then.
Give me an extra week. I'm on my way.
Okay, I'll give you an extra week because I really wasn't planning to do nothing on my birthday.
Look at this. Look, she said, "Share that hoe. It's lit, nigga. This is the children. The children."
Trish, you have a wonderful time. Thank everybody for tuning in to Ladies Night. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all.
All right, y'all.
Thank you so much. We're gonna be here next Saturday. Tune in, like, share, subscribe, join the membership. We love y'all. With that being said, have a wonderful, safe, loving Saturday. I love y'all. See you later.
Nigga, go get that bag. Ah! Nigga, go get that bag. Get that bag. Get that bag.